Three, two, one. One shot.
All right. Well, welcome back, hunters. Um, yeah, one shot tonight. So, let me go ahead and set the scene. Our view starts as a scan of the New York City skyline as it fades into this window of an old apartment building and into the living room that looks as though it was turned into some type of makeshift office with desks in the room, stacks of books all over the place, and an old corkboard with different colored strings connecting different news articles to old photos of relics and trinkets and some people. Little sticky notes and cue cards just pinned to the board. While a TV sitting in front of a couch plays Saturday morning cartoons. We see a paddle ball bouncing up and down from on the other between the couch and the TV as we hear the Satan, damn it, the dang, the dang it. Then the camera pans to another figure sitting behind a desk, clearly showing signs of annoyance all over his face as he looks over to the couch. This is you two, Ace and Dex.
Am I on the couch?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, the paddleball guy is you.
He said Powerball, like the
Well,
lottery.
Paddleball. Yeah.
Oh!
The little ball
Yeah,
on the
and
string that you hit back and forth.
Oh! See, I thought I was picturing... Never mind. Okay.
And scene.
No matter how much I do this, I just can't get it. Ace, use some of your magic. Make this thing's clearly broken. I need you to fix it. Here. And I hand it to him.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Abracadabra. You know what? It's supposed to work, and every time I've done it, I get to at least 100. If you're not managing, something's definitely wrong with you.
Okay, let me try again. How many paddles do I get?
So, the scene pans as the Ace or Dex starts to paddle right next to Ace's head. Ace showing even more signs of annoyance as he goes back to scanning over his notes. Then it pans out the scene pans out the window and down towards the street as we see a shiny silver BMW pull up to the curb, and a figure gets out of the driver's seat and rushes to the back door and opens it. As a woman in formal business attire with a briefcase steps out, we hear a voice screaming from the phone she has held to her head, and the man on the phone says, "Now what do you mean the company's sending you out of town for a while? Where are you going? Who are you meeting with?" And Karen, your father is yelling at you on the phone.
Listen, Ray.
Sorry, I had a Facebook pop up and like over all of your last verbiage. I was like, the fuck, bro.
The man on, do you want me to repeat it?
If you could, please.
Yeah. The man on the phone screams in the ear of the woman, "What do you mean the company's sending you somewhere out of town for a while? Where are you going? Who are you meeting with?" You know that you're here to meet the rest of your team. You're pretty high up in the organization, and you've just been assigned supervisor of Team 73, and you are here to deliver the briefcase and start your first mission with Team 73.
Oh, so we've never met before at this point.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. I like this. I like where this is going.
Okay. So, first, worst Jersey accent ever. 2, fuck. Oh my god.
Do you say anything over the phone?
Yeah.
The man replies with a heavy sigh and says, "Oh, well, your mother and I are going to miss you like crazy, kid. Anyways, call me as much as you can. Love you." And then he hangs up.
Ugh. Thank God. Okay.
As you start to approach this neighborhood looks old and decrepit. And your first step into the apartment complex, you just hear a crunch under your shoe as you notice this place now has cockroaches too. What else could go wrong?
Shocking.
You make your way up the elevator and it just creaks with every turn of its gears, and you finally get to the top, and with a heavy shudder the doors open and the entire elevator almost feeling like it's going to fall out from underneath you, and down the hall you see Private Eye, the offices of Ace, and what was the other name? Alyssa? Alice. Ace and Alice, etched on a marbled glass door. What do you do?
Get out of the elevator and walk towards the offices. It says.
This is where I'm going to let y'all have the reins. How y'all introduce yourselves.
Okay. So, Tony, if you can picture it, I want to do a thing inspired by Scott Pilgrim, and what I want to do.
I'm not here.
I know, but I'm still saying the moment that she knocks on the door or whatever, I want to angel wings to the door and be opening the door literally about a millisecond after she knocks the door or rings the doorbell, to where like her hand isn't even back down to her side yet whenever the door opens.
You got a weird thing as a player that you constantly talk to the DM or the gamekeeper here instead of talking to the other players. Just tell us that you're doing that.
Yeah, just do it. Don't tell me what you're going to do.
Okay, well that's what I'm doing.
Do, bro.
Do it.
It's what just do it. It's what I'm doing.
If you can do it, I will correct you if you cannot, or I will tell you to make a roll for it.
So the moment that she either knocks on the door or rings the doorbell, that's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so again, you just told me what you're doing.
I'm knocking. I knock.
And not even a millisecond passes from the time you knock on the door before I'm opening the door.
There you go.
To the point that it would be slightly alarming.
So, Karen,
Jesus.
You have received a text message with both of these two members' faces and their names. Nothing really more out of their name and their face that you have received. So you should know what they look like.
Right. Obviously. Yeah. I was like, I know who they are. Yeah.
I'm immediately going to say, you don't look like the pizza delivery man.
I'm not delivering pizza. So there's your problem.
You're not selling magazines, are you? We had somebody come by the other day.
Oh my God. No. I'm not here for the pizza.
Oh. Have a nice day. As I close the door.
Dex. Oh, no, she could be a client. Open the door. Open the door.
I open the door and say, I was informed that I should open the door.
Seeing someone come in, I will, brush myself off right quick and start to stand up and, oh, shit, hold on. I start organizing all the clutter and everything I have on my desk and, put things where I need to, straighten my jacket a bit, which is very just crumpled. Just do, one quick, run my hands through my hair to, trying to do it like a comb thing. Yeah, so, welcome to the agency here. I'm Mr. McElroy. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Dex Cortholomew. I'm an angel.
Right, yes, he's anywho. I'm sorry, I haven't gotten your name yet.
I tell my name.
Well,
It's Karen.
Well, why don't you come in? Tell me what it is
Karen.
you're here for. Actually, I'll tell you what, and I'll take the seat that's in front of my desk and pick up a stack of files that are sitting in and like set that to the side. And like, why don't you have a seat for me here? And tell me, what brings you in today? And while she's talking, I will put my left hand in my coat pocket and I will take a look at her and start to see if I can wedge off my wedding band on my finger, and it's stuck on my finger because it's like when you've gained weight after you got married, and like, yeah, that shit ain't coming off. I'm like, oh yeah, oh, I was just like playing with it, trying to get it off, and it just won't go. And I will sit down on the other side of the desk. But please, tell me what brings you in. How can we help you?
Wow.
I burped both in person and as Dex.
No, it's like both as wife and what?
So, Karen, you know that inside of your briefcase is information on y'all's first mission, and this is supposed to be your team. What do you say to him?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I was fixing my ow.
So what exactly is Karen wearing again?
It's like a formal business suit, almost.
Like pantsuit or skirt suit?
Skirt
that's
suit.
up for her.
Skirt suit.
Yeah.
Skirt
Okay.
suit.
It's very formal attire, like she's going to a business meeting.
Okay, gotcha.
So what do you say to him, Karen?
Well.
I'm gonna, as I wait for her to speak, I'm going to just inch my head a few inches closer and make direct eye contact.
That's not going
I'm gonna
on.
start to like steeple my hands in front of my face because it's like something I typically do, and then see my left hand exposed to the band. I'm like, and then I'll just like clear my throat and put it back in my pocket and just lean in and rest my chin on my right hand.
I don't know if I can do this or not, but what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to gingerly grab Ace's hand in a way that's kind of weird, but for the purpose of, I'm going to latch onto the ring and I'm going to angel wings to see if I can teleport the ring off of his finger.
Dude, I'm not making it obvious that I'm trying to get the ring out. I did it in my pocket. Like, I don't think.
I thought it was still on.
It's still
you
on,
said
but like I put
you
my
noticed
hand in
that
my pocket.
Oh, see, I thought you said
off.
you made a mistake for a second and lifted your hand to where it was visible and then realized, like, oh shit.
Sure, but you've never seen me try and take it off yet.
Okay, you have a fair point.
So Dex would know that it's kind of unwise to use magic in front of humans. Humans don't necessarily... the general populace doesn't necessarily know about magic. If you know, you know.
Okay.
You don't, you don't. Dex would know that.
Gotcha. Alright, then I will exercise the small amount of common judgment that I have and hold off on that course of action.
Okay. So, Karen, floor is yours.
Karen, would you like a piece of taffy?
You know what? Yes, I would.
Strawberry or peanut butter?
Strawberry.
Okay, here you go.
Peanut
I will.
butter.
Actually, I'm not going to put it on the table. I will place it in her hand.
There we go. I unwrap and eat. Still very confused on what's happening.
So, well, like I said, this is your first meeting with the team that you're assigned to. You're supposed to be leading a new formed team called Team 73. They gave you a briefcase. The briefcase has details of your first mission that you're supposed to go on. and you are supposed to meet with your team, get to know each other, and then review the information about the meeting and or the information that's in the briefcase, and then conduct it as it follows.
I would like to say to her, so if you're one of those Jehovah's Witness people, I could just tell you from firsthand experience that I know you're full of crap.
No, I'm not. So.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yep. Yepers.
So you are in Hive. Y'all are all in Hive. It's just
Do I know that she's in Hive?
no. Y'all
Okay.
y'all know each other, and y'all know each other through Hive, but y'all don't know a lot of people in Hive. Y'all just kind of know each other, and you know who you know.
So I don't know yet that she's in Hive.
Correct. She hasn't
Cool.
informed you of any of that
Yeah,
stuff.
that's why I'm talking to her like she's a possible client. So,
Karen,
Miss
I must
Karen?
inform you that Ace is a very eligible bachelor.
what? You know I'm married.
Good to know.
I do know, but I would say that anyway.
Oh, okay. Weird that an angel is like so big on he's jumping onto people having affairs, but yeah, all right. So, Miss Karen,
My
what
best
can we do
assumption is
for
that
you?
is what people exist for. So.
What? What happened? I heard nothing.
Miss Karen, what is it that we can do for you here? Is there a kidnapping? I don't know. Possibly a boyfriend that you suspect might be cheating? What brings you to my office? You have yourself muted.
I do not.
Now you don't.
Sounds like I've been unmuted the entire time.
I know. I heard you talking there for a second, and you were.
Ah, shut up.
I immediately go sit down on the couch and turn the volume up on the cartoons, ever so slightly.
Karen, would you like me to take the reins for a little bit?
Well, I am in need of assistance for a series of weird-ass events. And I've heard that your team is great with that.
Yeah, we actually have a bit of experience with weird ass events. So
Yeah.
what kind of weird assery do we need to look into?
Well, there's vampirism, and then
Oh, so
I don't know how to put the next
by
part.
weird assery you mean the extra weird assery?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
have you ever heard of Hive?
I have. Indeed.
Oh, how do you know? How do you know of Hive?
Rumor mill, if you want to call it.
I see. Though, with you coming in here asking questions like this, it tells
Right.
me that you know a little bit more than just what you've heard from the grapevine.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to check on my cheating husband. Heavens, no. There's shit going down.
I'm just gonna ask. Oh, so is there a husband?
No, not at all.
There you go,
It's
Ace.
a figure of speech. Anywho.
I see. So you've heard of Hive. You come in here in a fancy suit. Speaking of vampires and all other sorts of dastardly monsters. All right, let's just cut to the chase. Are you a member of Hive or not? I gave you a taffy. You know, if that's not a sign of of trustworthiness, I don't know what is.
I am.
I see. So are we. So now that we have that out of the way.
Fantastic. It was very important that you knew.
Oh,
I
it's like Fight Club. First rule of Fight Club, you don't talk
Right.
about Fight Club. But first rule of Hive, you don't talk about Hive, except unless the other person is in Hive. But then if you can't talk about it, then how do you know the other person's in Hive? And
Right.
we're cutting through. We're cutting through. We're getting there. We are getting there.
And-
As I make finger guns in her direction.
pew pew pew.
Oh, so you're that Karen, and you'll see me like pull out a desk that has a bunch of like paper with crumpled notes and balls like put into the desk drawer. I'm like, hold on, where is it? And like there's like old Chinese menu receipts and things like that. I'm like, and I take out one crumpled ball, and I push it out and like straighten out my desk and like. You will be receiving a certain one Miss Karen, who will be in charge of Team 70. Oh, yes, I remember. I exactly had this ready for you. Today is I thought you were coming next week. No, it is next week. Okay, well, anyhow, clap my hands together, put my hand back in my pocket.
I am very sorry for my rudeness. I thought you were either a Jehovah's Witness or you were selling magazines. I'm sorry for informing you of how my colleague is thirsting in his loins.
Yeah, you see, he's actually not from around here, and that gets lost in translation sometimes. Dex, this is our new boss.
Oh, I know. Why, is that something I shouldn't say? Oh, see, I'm still learning, the everyday pleasantries of humans. I do apologize. Hi, Dex Bartholomew. I'm an angel. As I reach out my hand to shake her hand again.
I shake it. Slightly confused of its existence. You're like, hi?
So about this time, the briefcase starts to vibrate, and you see that it has like an electronic locks on the side, and they both just pop open on their own, and the briefcase it's unlocked.
Ace, that's what is called technology. Much more advanced than that pocket watch you carry around.
The pocket watch is sentimental, but yes, I'm familiar, Dex. Thank you.
Okay, as long as you know what technology is, I'm just making sure. As I glance at his Rolodex and file cabinet.
That rotary phone.
Yes. You have to forgive him. He's lost in somewhere in the middle of the 1920s and the 1970s.
I'm not lost anywhere. I just know what style I like to have, and when style went out of style.
And by the way, I'm still wearing like the same thing that you would know me to wear in the modern day, with like the gray pinstripe suit with like pink Nike shoes and like a pink dress shirt underneath the gray pinstripe suit. No tie.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's what I think looks good.
My my character is unimpressed. Unimpressed.
So are you going to give him the information in the briefcase? That is your first official meeting.
I shall.
73.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, so Karen pulls out a piece of paper and an index, like that has a sticky note attached to it, and a business card. The piece of paper just has some things written on it that states, Ace and Dex, we apologize for the expediency of this mission. Time is critical. Please review the information given and make the contacts that you need. And then on the sticky note that's attached to the business card, it reads, meet with this contact to learn further of mission critical information. And the business card has a word on it that's italicized, bold, and underlined. And it reads, Hamish, 4-time gold Olympic archer, never bronze, Second place is first place for losers. And on the front is a number listed.
Now at this
Hey,
point,
you
do
wanna-
I know who Hamish is? Do I have
No.
previous? Okay.
Nope.
You wanna
This would be-
bust
this-
out the old rotary phone?
This will be the first meeting of Hamish. So let's say this is a couple years before the modern time.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, out of everything we saw, is there a? It just says there's a contact and a number. They're not like a place and a time to meet them.
No, it's just a business card that has the phrase that I said on it, and then a phone number on the front of it. Now, Sean, you might remember the business card you had before had a phone number on the back of it that said Wingman, or call me anytime Wingman. That was on the back of the business card. This time this number is on the front of the business card.
I'll take a look at it. Front, back, front.
There's nothing written on the back.
Either one of you ever hear of one Mr. Hamish that seems to be a bit competitive and maybe a little bit more full of himself?
I have not. Can I call him, please?
Why don't you let me handle this one?
Are you sure? I had a hilarious joke that I was gonna tell him.
Well, why don't you write it down and maybe I'll tell him.
Okay. I will write it down.
And I will take out my rotary phone and I'll do that cool like New Yorker thing from the 80s where you hit it with your fist and it makes the actual receiver part flip around and you catch it in the air.
Works wonderfully. Almost as though you
hit it and it pops up in the air and you grab it. People used to do
almost
that
as though
back
you-
in the day.
Yeah, man, you must have practiced this in the mirror for the past 30 years every day.
When I do it, I give a little wink to Karen to show off my cool move.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's the joke I wrote down.
So you call him?
Yeah, Dex, this is really more if somebody calls you, not if you call them.
I
like
see.
where
I'm
you're
trying to learn. Okay, you gotta give me. You gotta cut me some slack. You know, I've only been here for
You know what? I
400
like
years.
this. I take the joke and I fold it on the paper and put it in my inside pocket. I'm gonna have to remember that next time somebody calls me. And I will call Hamish.
All right. So it rings several times before he finally picks up, and he just goes, "Hey, this is Hamish. Who's there?"
Hey, Hamish, this is Ace McElroy with Ace and Alice Detective Agencies. How you doing, my friend?
Whoa. Detectives?
Well, don't think too much of it here. We're reaching out. We got a couple hot leads of some people that you know what? I've actually got this nice-looking lady that is trying to find out some information about you, and
Well, when you put it that way, she want like a meet and greet?
you know what? I could have put it better myself. I don't suppose you got some
Must
free
be
time
a-
today.
Must be some type of news reporter, huh? About my newly acquired 4th gold medal in Olympic archer.
4th gold.
You know, yeah, 4th gold. I've won 4 gold medals. Standing, long distance, horseback, skiing.
Well, you're just a jack of all trades. You're a true Renaissance man of today, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean it's a hard life, you know, Ace. It's hard, you know.
Well, there's
Always.
Only enough
I
room
can
in this
never-
world for so many winners.
That's right. That's true. That's very true. You know, it's people look up to me. They really do, because I've never missed a shot before in my life. Bullseye 100 out of 100 times.
As I've rolled my eyes for the 4th time in this conversation, I tell you what.
There's just a feeling I get when I put that fletching up against the side of my cheek and I just let it go. Feel it graze and the wind blow through my hair as I release the string. See it fly down the range.
You are
Hit my target.
a true inspiration to today's community. Anywho, I would love to continue this conversation more about face-to-face, because to be honest, you sound like the kind of guy that every
Yeah.
woman wants to be with and every man wants to have a beer with. So let me
Or
have a
be
beer
with.
with you.
Had that, been approached by that too a couple times, you know, but ladies only. Not to shoot you down there, Ace, but, yeah, you said you had a hot lead for me, huh?
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's see how that plays out. But what?
Well,
where
I'm
and
in
when
New
can
York.
I have a little
Yeah,
meet and greet with you?
I'm in New York City right now, over in Manhattan. I know this club called the Orca Hut. Real nice.
Orca Hut.
Bring,
Wow, that's
bring her by the VIP room. I'll be there.
Sure thing.
Let's say 6 o'clock. I got a thing later that day. So 6 o'clock, earlier the better.
Alright, I'll take out my pocket watch, take a look at the time now. 6 o'clock?
Yeah, it's like noon.
Wow, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Alright, Ace. Is this going to be under your name? Because I'll just tell the bouncer at the front desk to keep an eye out for an Ace. Detective.
Well, if it's under my name, do I need to pay a service charge to get in?
No, the service will be you bringing a hot lead my way.
Then you can go and put it under my name.
Nice. No, I'm sorry. He doesn't say nice. He goes, noise.
Oh, what a fucking tool.
Maximum fuckboy! Let's go! Alright.
All right, Ace. I don't see you and your hot lead tonight. And then he hangs up.
Well, good news, bad news. We have a meeting with Hamish. That's the good. The bad? I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a headache from all the eye rolling I'm going to have to do throughout the night. He is quite the fuckboy character.
Noise.
So what time is it now in the day?
It's like noon. I mean, if y'all want to skip ahead, we can skip ahead.
I just didn't know, like, do we gotta go now? Or we have a little bit more time to do a little
Yeah,
bit of reading?
you got time. I mean, y'all can talk among each other, get to know each other, but
Well, I'll just... well, we have a couple hours to kill. Karen, well, if we're going to be working together, could you tell me a little bit about yourself? Well, actually, I'd say, well, let me start off. My name's Ace. I guess since we're going to be more on a personal level, you can just refer to me by my first name. Yeah, I've been set up here for a little while now. So, I don't know what it is exactly you're expecting of us, but I hope we can get along as fabulously as possible.
Karen, I have some very, very important questions for you. I need
Also,
you to answer as quickly as
you
possible.
need to be aware, Dex, not from here, and there's definitely some culture shock whenever you're dealing with him. A little bit of patience goes a long way.
Oh, okay.
But he
But
is
I do.
truly a good guy at heart. You just have to give him a chance.
And now I have to determine if you are a good woman at heart, Karen. I've got some very important questions for you. Answer rapid fire fashion, okay?
what's your favorite dinosaur?
Favorite. How did you fucking know? Favorite animal, favorite food, favorite color, favorite dinosaur. Go.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy laughing. Oh Lord, repeat the question slowly.
Favorite animal, favorite food, favorite
Cat.
color, and favorite dinosaur.
Okay. Favorite food, favorite animal is cat. Favorite.
Dragon, I answer.
Dinosaur, Triceratops.
Mosasaur.
Do you have a favorite color?
Favorite color? What's your favorite color?
Red.
Teal. You're all you swing and a miss.
Sucks for me.
Favorite food?
Lasagna.
Okay, you got 1 out of 4.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be chicken, like fish sticks or something. I was like, lasagna's solid. Yeah.
You know, you got one question right, but most people get 0. So I think you're all right.
No, not all of us are like you.
But
there are opinions.
The mosasaur is clearly the coolest dinosaur. It's like a mega shark, but like a mega lizard shark.
Sure, it's not the most common animal, so that's why I did the Triceratops.
And teal is the best because it takes the best of both worlds of green and blue, and
Right.
clearly that makes it the best. And then dragon, clearly, because dragons is the best animal.
If they
So I guess you might say that's a dinosaur. I don't know.
I was like, if they existed, sure.
I would have also accepted puma.
Yeah, that's a solid answer there. Solid.
But she's okay, Ace. She's all right.
Well, I could have told you that, because as soon as she said Triceratops, I knew she was a winner.
Wait. Favorite superhero?
Favorite superhero?
Yes.
Madam Spider.
Keeping in mind, the only right answer is Squirrel Girl.
I was gonna go with
No, sorry, that wasn't Squirrel Girl.
Henry Cavill, The Witcher.
That would
Yeah,
be
that show
Superman.
just came
Thank you.
out. It's really
I'm
good.
like, it's solid. I'm like, I'm just saying, he's pretty good with it. So.
All right. So let's y'all want to fast forward a little bit?
Oh wait, I'm gonna tell Karen all about my D&D character.
Okay, you do that.
Oh, goody.
I mean, Karen, you can tell him to shut up. You are his superior.
I'm gonna let him vent. He can vent just this once. It's a prequel. He can vent once.
Well,
only.
as the time grows closer and it's time to head out towards the Orca hut, y'all call a cab, and cab takes y'all 3 of you over there.
Oh, we don't ride in Karen's vehicle, whatever it may be?
No, the vehicle that dropped her off left.
Oh.
But it's not like any cab service. It's not like one of those yellow cabs. This is like a black, almost limo that pulls up and takes you where you need to go.
Limo driver, there's this
There's a window between y'all, so he can't really hear you. He just knows.
Can I lower the window?
You can't. He can.
Oh, I'm gonna knock on the window.
He doesn't do it. But anyway, so you'll end up pulling in front of this.
No, we're not RPing that. Go. I'm okay with it. Let's go.
You end up
on the way
this-
there, I will
oh my
literally
God.
angel wing to a hot dog stand. That's all.
All
That's
right,
it.
you're gone. So, Ace and Karen, y'all pull up in front of this club called the Orca Hut, and you just it's like the sun hasn't gone down yet. It's in the middle of summer, and you already hear music blasting from the inside, and you just see all kinds of different like rave people outside, half scantily dressed women and men with like non-broken glow sticks already, just waiting to get into the door. There's a line wrapping around the building as 2 big-ass body like bouncers just stand guard at the door, waiting with clipboards in their hands. And you see a second. You see a second line off to the left side that has nobody in it, but has a sign that says VIP only.
As we get out of the limo, I will straighten my jacket out and tip my fedora this way. If Karen, if you would, and I'll give her a hand to kind of help her out of the limo. Just follow me. It'll be under my name here.
I mean, I wanted to angel wings back into the limo once I got my hot dog.
I assume you did that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get up to the door, and the bouncers, and one of them like looks to the other, and he looks back to you. And he just says, "What are you doing here, old man?"
Actually, I'm here to meet a certain somebody. Anyhow, there
Oh yeah.
should be
Name.
Ace McElroy. Detective.
And he looks over at the other bouncer, and both of the bouncers look among your party, and then they both nod to each other. And then one of the bouncers pulls out his cell phone and he makes a phone call, and you just hear it, like he turns around and you hear him go, yeah, she's like a 9 boss. Yep. All right. And then he opens the door, and then one of the other bouncer that initially talked to you, he stops you, Ace, in the middle of the doorway, and he goes, lose the fedora, or you're not getting in. The rest of you can get in, but you can't with that fedora.
I'll have you know, this is
He shuts the door.
You had to go and do something like that, didn't you? Look,
He
fellas.
shrugs. It's the rules, and he points to a sign that says, like, no fedoras.
That's a very specific rule.
No, boss doesn't like him.
I will reach
Then
into my
all the other
pocket
bosses don't like him.
and I'm sorry. And I'll put my hand on the ritual knife, but like I keep my hand on it within my coat. I don't take it out.
Right.
I'm sorry. Can I? And I make a quick enchantment, and I want to try and do something beyond human comprehension, I guess.
Yeah, what, you want to change the fedora into something else?
I'm going to change the sign here if I can.
Considering what you mumbled was not human comprehension.
Yeah.
I'm
going to
ask him, do you have any
Shut it
more
up.
wings?
You've already walked inside. That was the thing. So.
Oh, I have? Okay.
Well, that was what the thing was. So.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I need to
he's just alone.
Roll weird, I guess.
Yeah.
13, and I get a +1 to that for doing something that's beyond human limitation, so it's 14.
Yeah, so you sneeze, and then the guy goes,
Weirdest
bless you?
sneeze ever.
What's that? Allergies?
And the sign changes to fedoras required.
And before, you noticed the guard, he just pointed at the sign when he was talking to you. And then he turns back and looks at it. He's like, oh, shit. He told me they must have changed the signs overnight. I didn't even look at it. And then Tony goes, oh, man.
Oh,
And then
bruh.
he, like, steps out and, like, takes the sign off the wall and, like, shows all the other, like, 100 people in line. He's like, hey, fedoras only tonight. And then, like, everybody's like, oh, man, that was no fedora month. And then, like, the crowd starts to slowly disperse. And he puts the sign back on and opens the door. My bad, man. I didn't know they changed the
it's all
policies
good,
overnight.
fellas. You know what?
That's cool.
They have like themes throughout the month and stuff like that. So it's it changes. Shit rolls downhill.
For some reason they decided to change the theme.
We're sorry about that, man. And then he opens up the door for you.
I'm already inside,
All
right?
good, fellas. Y'all have a wonderful
Yeah.
night. It's
Okay.
You be good. You keep being safe and yeah. Okay. And I'll walk in.
Yeah, they shut the door behind you. So you meet up with the other two, and they're in just a little hallway. And there's another woman that's inside, right behind a counter, and she looks up and she's like, "Oh, you must be Ace and Co. Follow me, please. Nice fedora. Didn't know it was in season this month, but VIPs, right?
Last I checked, yeah.
All right, follow me." And she takes you down the hallway a little further and opens up a back door that says staff only, and then leads you up a staircase, and you go up about 2 flights of stairs and enter into another room. And this other room leads to another hallway that has a bathroom, and then it leads to a balcony. And on this balcony you see one wall of it's just a long bench chair, and then right in the center there's it dips back, and then it's like a U shape right in the middle, and you see a man sitting in this circular chair. How do I explain it? It's like what a booth. Yeah, it's like a booth that's tucked away right in the middle, and it's a half circle right in the middle. And this man has both of his arms around two other women. And he's just blabbing up a storm. These are the only three people that's in the VIP section other than you.
How loud is it in here?
There is a piece of like tempered glass right where the balcony is, so the noise isn't overwhelming inside. It is kind of loud still, but it's not overwhelming. You can still talk to each other.
Yeah, I'll walk up, right up to the table and tip my hat. You must be Hamish! And I'll stick up my right hand to try and shake his hand.
He sticks out his hand towards you. His hair is like this brown curly hair that goes all the way down to his shoulders. He's got a like a square jawline, like a little dimple butt chin right in the middle, and he's clean shaven. And he leans forward and shakes your hand. You notice he's got a couple gold, like 3 or 4 gold rings all on one hand, and he shakes your hand. He says, "Hey, Ace." And then he claps his hands and he looks at the two ladies and he's like, "Get out of here." So, "What's up? You and your hot lead, huh? This is them? Her?" And he points over at Karen. He's like, "Come here, have a seat." And he pats down right beside him.
I will have a seat right next to him.
"Oh,
I'm going to
okay.
completely butcher.
Well, that's all right. There's another side over here." And he pats the other side, looking over at Karen.
I'll nod over to Dex, take that side.
I take that seat. And as I sit down, I'm going to completely butcher what I heard Ace say to him over the phone, and say, I hear you're the kind of man that every man wants to be with and every woman wants to have a beer with. It's just the rumor going around.
Those are both two sides of the same coin. Ever since I won my 4th gold medal, Dex, and he puts an arm over your shoulder and pulls you close, and he's like,
it got weird.
Ever since I won my 4th gold medal,
before I interrupt him speaking and just say, "I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe."
Banana.
Problem is, anyways. So I'm Hamish. Who are you two? Met Ace, and he like throws his elbow up on Ace's shoulder and leans over on him. He's like, "You must be the news reporter my buddy here, Ace, has told me all about. Me and Ace, we go pretty far back. What was that? High school buddy, right?"
Yeah. We used to buddy up in the math tests, and
yeah,
we used to cheat off each other, and neither one of us knew what we were doing, so we'd both fail. But fuck it, we'd fail together.
Well, I mean, he would fail because of his poor eyesight, and he would see my numbers backwards. So he thought that I got a 0.1, but I actually scored 100 on all of my tests. Where he would, his poor eyesight, But I mean, I got eyes like a hawk.
I'm gonna say, my name is Dex Bartholomew. I'm
Nice
an
to meet
angel,
you.
and I do not have an anus.
You're a what?
I do not have an anus, good sir.
No, before that.
My name is Dex Bartholomew.
Yeah, right after that.
I'm
A.
Anus.
All right, Anus. And he points over at
Hold
Karen.
on, it's loud in here. He meant Angus. Angus Beef. He works at the Angus Beef Factory. This is Dex. He helps me out with a lot of stuff here. Isn't that right, Dex?
Yeah, as I make several very obvious winking gestures in his direction. I'm gonna make like 7 of them.
Yeah,
it's gonna
man,
look
that,
like I'm just
that
having
glaucoma's
a
got that
seizure
eye
in my
going
eyes.
or something thing, but that's okay. Anyhow, that's Dex. You
All
know
right,
him now.
look, that's enough. That's enough playing around, guys. Who's the female?
She is a strong, independent woman.
Yeah, let's hear it from her.
Name's Karen.
All right, Karen. Who are you, and what do you want?
I'm
Because
Karen.
right now I'm getting these really funny vibes from these two, and my old pal here, Ace, who I've known for so long, is just not playing a good role.
Yeah, they're super weird.
So what do you want? You got in touch with Ace. Ace got in touch with me.
I do not have an anus.
This guy doesn't have an anus.
No one asked, Dix. No one asked.
So look, all this is smelling real fishy, and I don't like the smell of fish. I hate fish, actually. I've just recently started a new vegan diet. Okay, so I haven't had beef in like, and he looks at his gold Rolex, and he's like, in like 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna need y'all to just start spewing some stuff, or else I'm gonna have to call security because I'm really not liking the vibe here that y'all are throwing off.
Hey, well, I don't got no beef. All right.
Well, it's good because we're vegan here at this table.
I see that. As I'm still munching on a hot dog.
That's not considered beef. It's fine.
So what's going on?
Well,
Well, Hamish, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Sorry if we started off here a little rough. But this here is Karen, and she really wanted to talk to you. To be honest, I think she might not necessarily be the assertive type. So why don't you tell her about yourself? And to be honest, what is it that exactly you've done? And thinking back to whatever was in that case that said this dude was somebody we needed to make contact with. In fact, she likes the.
You pull the business card out of your coat pocket while when you ask him what is it that he's done, he just like gives 1,000-yard stare off into the distance in like the middle of nowhere, and he's like, "Well, ever since I was a kid." And he starts going off on this tangent, and you pull out the business card that still has a sticky note attached, and the sticky note says, "Meet with contact. Learn further information on critical mission."
I'm just gonna ask him
anything about that about the critical mission.
Yeah, you're supposed to meet him and get that information.
Well, let me ask you here, Hamish, because and I'll lean in kind of closer. She likes tales of the extraordinary, like the fantasy type. Anything you heard about that?
Fantasy. Yeah, let me tell you a story about fantasy of a 12-year-old boy who dreamed to be a four-time Olympic archer.
She's one of those that's like, got a little wrapped up in daytime television, likes the stuff of the ghost stories, the extranomical. Got any of those?
No,
real, just beyond the border fantasy type.
He kind of leans back in his chair and just stares you down. It kind of narrows his eyes. No, I don't.
Hamish, let me ask you a very important question.
I think it's about time, if y'all don't get straight with me, tell me what you really want to know or really want out of this meeting.
I'll tell you what I want. We were told that you have some information that we might need regarding certain things that the average person might not exactly understand.
Oh,
did you catch my meaning?
Who told you I had information?
Karen. So, have you ever seen the movie Fight Club, where you don't talk about Fight Club?
Yeah, you don't talk about Fight Club, but now you're talking about Fight Club, so now we both know about Fight Club.
I see. We're from an organization called Hive.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? And then, he reaches an arm over both of your shoulders and pulls you both in. Why didn't you say you were from Hive, you goofy nuts?
Well, because, first rule of Fight Clubs, you don't talk about Fight Club, even to other people from Fight Club. But like you said, now we're talking about Fight Club. So now that we've talked about Fight Club,
normally
we can talk
if you're
more
in
about
Hive and you get contact information from somebody to go meet with somebody about something, then you can typically comprehend that they're a part of Hive too. You must be blue.
Let's talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, let's talk about Fight Club. And he gives you air quotes. He said, so, y'all must be Team 73.
Yes, those would be the combination of numbers. That
Might
makes
Why
be
the
sense.
fun,
fuck
but
didn't y'all say
you
that
got a
earlier?
number there. Yep.
Why didn't you say that when you called me, Ace? You know, and he looks over at Karen. You know, we've been best friends since high school. You know, and you could have told me you were on a new team, and
Well, I
and he
like to be
like
full of surprises, even now.
he like flicks his hair, and when he flicks his hair, there's like wind coming from somewhere, and his hair is just blowing in the wind.
So majestic.
You're gonna have to teach me how you do that someday.
Teach you how to do what? And he throws a 1,000-yard stare off into the distance.
Hamish, can I ask you a question?
No, but we can talk about Fight Club.
I like coming up with nicknames for people. Can I call you Fabio?
All right. So, anyways, I thought that Team 73 was going to meet me next week, but I got a letter today, and he pulls out from his he's wearing like this skin tight vest, like this like leather vest is just skin tight on his chest. He has no sleeves on his arms, and he's got like these leather bands on his left hand, and on his right hand it's like almost like a bracer on his right arm. And he kind of just stands up from the table and he's like, all right, well, since Team 73 is here and got this note, and he pulls out a little index card from his back pocket and he says, Team 73 will contact you today. Your critical mission is a go. See Special Agent Oscar. He's like, all right, let's go see Oscar. And he's like, let's go. And he starts motioning for y'all to get out of the booth.
Yep, okay. Have I ever heard of Oscar?
You have not.
Okay.
But you do know that it is a letter in the phonetic alphabet.
So, Hamish, who is this Oscar fellow?
Oh yeah, Oscar. He's Oscar. That's all I know. All I know is he's a name on an index card.
I see. Hi, Dex Bartholomew, Angel.
Yeah. Hold on. The last word of that. What was that?
Mew.
He's an angler, is what he keeps trying to say. He is actually quite
What,
the fisherman
fishing?
on his time off from the Angus beef factory.
He puts an arm around you, Dex, and he starts walking you towards the elevator. And he's like, let me tell you a story about one time I went down to Bangladesh. Alright, I went to a hunting what do you call those things? A hunting things? Anyway, so it was fishing, not hunting. And so they took me out on this boat. And they gave me a fishing rod. I said, I don't need a fishing rod. I need my bow. And so I grabbed my quiver and tied some string to it. Caught me about 100 salmon that day. Took me like 3 minutes.
Oh, so Hamish, I have a question for you. In case you didn't know, about 400 years ago or so, the human race invented something called a gun. You ever heard of a gun before? Just checking.
So right before he walks out of the VIP room, he walks over to, it looks like there's this little storage cabinet, and he opens up the doors, and then he moves a couple coats out of the way, and then he opens up this other panel, like this hidden slide panel on the back end of it, and almost like a robotic eye pops out, and it scans his face, and then you hear a robotic voice say, verified, Hamish. And then the robotic eye gets sucked back into the panel, and then you see a door slide open, and it looks like this 4-foot long briefcase slides out, and he takes the handle. He's like, all right, got my stuff, let's go. And he loads up onto the elevator. Yeah, I've heard of guns, but user error and all that, you know?
I see. I mean, I'm somebody who, my weapon of choice is a sword forged from tin cans and the fires of heaven. But that's just me.
Sure, that's a great analogy. I like that. Forged from the
it's not.
fires
It's not.
of heaven.
It's not an analogy. It was actually
4-time gold medalist.
no.
Forged
I literally
from the fires
gathered.
of heaven.
I literally
Forged
gathered.
from the forge of heaven.
Gathered beer cans.
Forged, born of the stars of heaven.
I made the sword out of beer cans in
Nice.
heaven.
And then he slaps you on the back. So Hamish takes y'all out back to where like there's this huge ass yellow art like Humvee, giant like 30-inch tires, a 6-inch lift kit, just a ridiculous size Humvee. And he's like, load in, and he throws the briefcase he has in the trunk. Y'all get in with him?
I will, but
I
before I
do.
go, I want. Can we still see the front of the club, or is this like the back?
This is like the back.
I want to see just as we're leaving. Like, how many people are leaving because they don't have fedoras on?
Oh man, the line has already gathered to more people, stretching all the way around the corner, and they are all wearing fedoras. There's even a guy that is posted up outside of the club selling fedoras.
Just kind of elbow Karen like half easily and just. Well, that's what it means to be in style. And I'll climb into the into the car.
You know, Karen, you can tell by how much of a trendsetter Ace is that he has very strong genes. That's all I say. Why did the music stop? I'll get it back.
Yeah, you do that. You do your one job, Gavin. All right, so Karen gets in.
Yeah, we all pile in.
On the back window
10-4.
is painted Shaggin' Wagon or
Uh,
Shaggin' Hummer. Yeah, it's Shaggin' Hummer. And then there's a bumper sticker that just reads Noise with 2 O's. So he drives around town for a minute, and then he starts heading downtown, and then kind of drifts out into the outskirts of the town. And he's like, "All right, so I called a couple friends when I got this note today, and they said that the special agent Oscar that we're going to go see is kind of uptight. He's a ex-military, special forces, blah blah blah. You know, we've all dealt with them." And he like slaps you on the chest. You know how the type is.
yeah.
So he drives into like this old warehouse, and you see this like random like just black eco van just parked in the middle of this warehouse. And he gets out and he's like, "All right, well, this is the geolocation they sent me. I'm willing to bet $1,000 our guys are in that van." He gets out of the Hummer.
Can I, as we're pulling up, read a bad situation?
Yes, you may.
Alright, I will roll some sharp.
Dang.
So let me ask you some. On a 10 plus, hold 3. So let me ask you 3
Yep.
questions. What are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
No.
What's most vulnerable to me?
Your heart and Karen's eyes. And maybe just that huge cod piece that's on Hamish. Those are your biggest vulnerabilities.
What's the biggest threat?
You get this weird sense that it's like when you see Hamish pull out the briefcase from the trunk before you get out of the car, you get a glance at it, and it's just you feel this eerie presence that is
Ominous?
it just doesn't sit right. Something like it's not like you know when people perform certain rituals that you've been around, you get this like arcane magical feeling. This is not like that, and it's not the feeling you get around Dex when he used like you've gotten several paper cuts, and Dex will flip his shit if you start to bleed, and he'll use his healing magic. And normally the divine magic is It's a warm, glowing sensation. Makes you feel warm, like you just drank a nice cup of like hot chocolate or something. But this, it's not that either, and it almost makes you feel queasy.
So just to clarify.
Clarify.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure Hamish has his own briefcase. This isn't the briefcase we
Yes.
brought. He had his own
Right.
that was ready for him for us to show up with.
How
Correct. And this
big is
isn't-
this
isn't
briefcase?
just- Imagine his briefcase is about as long as a guitar case, but it's oddly shaped. It's like almost has like a flat end on one side, and then it's curved across the top where the handle is, and it curves back to the other end.
It almost looks like there could be a bow
Okay,
inside of it.
look, yeah, you guys aren't idiots. It's a fucking bow case, okay? It's like a briefcase bow case, all right? Pardon my expletives. But
Guys,
I don't know.
It's antithesis.
Yeah.
It's not really even in its bow form right now. It's
I'm
a
just
giant
telling you
dildo
right
at
now
the
that
moment.
can turn into a dildo. Just saying.
Maybe you don't know. Maybe it shoots dildos. You don't know that.
All things
Anyways.
Oh
possible.
my god, I feel like that is an idea that I don't know why you haven't jumped on yet. Why do you not shoot dildos out of your bow?
Because I don't want to make the entire game all about dildos and cocks and sexual innuendos.
Why not?
Because I've made it too much of that as it is. Like, I think I set that ball in motion in your campaign, and it's gotten out of control.
It's
Anyway,
a snowball that
anyway.
has dramatically grown in size, like your
Okay.
dildos.
I will
Anyway.
follow Hamish to the scene here.
All right. So, y'all all approach this van, and when you're about like 20, 30 feet away, the side door for the van slams open, like just with an immense force, almost as though it's gonna rip off. And this man jumps out, and he's in like full battle rattle. And when I say full battle rattle, I mean he's got knee pads on, these black cargo pants. He's got a pistol holstered on his right leg. He's got a Molly vest and a Kevlar vest underneath. He's got blonde hair, blue eyes, buzz cut haircut, and he just starts to walk toward. Bleh,
I lean over to
bleh.
Hamish and just be like, I guess some people still try too hard.
And he just starts to like walk towards y'all in very overwhelming presence and stature. And he's like, "My name is Special Agent Oscar. You must be Team 73.
It's a perfect
Yeah.
deduction.
You must be Agent 8942731.
No, you will only address me as either Oscar or my proper title for this mission, Overwatch."
Clear. Overwatch. Oscar. Oscar Mike Tango Foxtrot.
This is gonna go great. We got a funny guy.
Well,
Alright,
this is
so-
we usually call him Sierra November Alpha Foxtrot uniform. Shit, I gotta get my actual uniform.
Snafu.
Foxtrot uniform.
Charlie. Kilo.
Kilo.
I just want to make
Right,
sure that our
you're all
pointing to
hilarious.
Hamish, make sure that our Victor Papa does not end up in a Charlie Foxtrot. Because
So, cough, cough, cough.
No, he
DM
does
cough,
not.
Yes, yes, him does, Mr. DM cough, cough.
All right,
Hey, that's
Fine.
keeper to us.
fine. You all know that I give mission to.
as the bottles of vodka pour out of the truck that he got out,
Yeah.
And
just
so-
let's completely rewrite this character on the fly.
Yeah, let's test Tony's accents. He's Irish now, Tony. He's Irish.
Nope, only
Go.
one change. So, I've been assigned on a mission that is, it's timely. So you want to come with me. I will introduce you to the other part of my half. And then he motions towards the van, and you see, like, it's like this real scrawny, huge glasses, like huge Coke bottle glasses with this stringy hair, like wild hair pops out. Oh my god. I did not put my phone on silent, I'm sorry. But yeah, it pops out from the van. He just pushes up his glasses to his face. He's like, "Hey, I am Agent November. Did not choose that. Nice to meet you all."
Well, hi, I'm Agent McElroy. This is Dex and Karen.
I mean, Oscar didn't know your faces, but I looked you up. You're all New Form Team 73. And then Oscar turns and looks to all of you. Codename November. November for nerd.
So, Oscar, how about that communism?
All right, that's enough of that. Anyway, so Oscar looks over all of you and he motions for the van, and he shows you the van is just suited in all this tech. And on one of the cameras, it shows this old, abandoned construction site, and he tells you, "All right, so as you may know, this is mission critical, which means it has to be done now. We are to infiltrate the construction site that is full of fiends that look humanoid. Do not be fooled, do not be mistaken. They are extremely dangerous. And the leader of these fiends' name is, let me scroll down, Valkesh. Valkesh is the leader. You will identify him as having red skin, demon-like face, one horn, and goat legs. Everyone else looks like normal humans. The death of Valkesh is priority 2 of this mission. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But that is why we've brought by Special Agent Hamish of the Professionals." And then Hamish
I'm
just
understanding
nods.
this correctly. Oh, you go ahead. Sorry, Tony.
The first priority is Valkesh has some sensitive material. It is in a cylinder of material that we have to get. Is everything clear?
Indeed.
What is this cylinder of material like?
It's metal. It's a metal cylinder.
So
That's all you
From
need
the
to know.
pits of hell, right?
does he?
Maybe.
Do we know? Does he have it on him? Does he keep it in a safe? Do we?
That's what you're here for. I'm here to provide Overwatch.
I
November
will
provides
cast
tech
Arcane
support.
Eye to go investigate the construction site.
Hamish's role is to provide direct supervision. Or not direct support. Let's put it that way. He will go, and then he points back over towards one of the monitors, and the drone camera kind of backs up a little bit. And you see overlooking this entire construction site is a water tower. And he says, and he points at the water tower. You see like a red triangle pop up on the screen. And he says, Hamish will provide direct support from here at this location, and you will all enter through. We found the weak point of this entire facility is through this chain link fence on the southeast side, which is on the opposite side of the water tower, so it'll be difficult for the first couple minutes for y'all to get in to not have Overwatch. So that's where November comes in. He'll hack the security cameras and hack in and be able to guide you all through into the actual center of the construction site.
Yes, hacking. Yes, that's
Hey,
computers.
I hear that Ace is. You should let him do that part. He's very good at it.
I could be,
Oh.
but you know what? I'd rather see these guys do their thing.
He just doesn't want to steal their thunder. He's
So,
very humble.
anyways, yeah, it's great. Humble. Awesome. Questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, complaints.
So believe it or not,
Valkesh, what are we supposed to do? Do we need to try and bring him back in alive? Do we need to capture him, banish him, kill him? What?
Yes, dead. Doesn't belong here. Wrong plane.
So, believe it or not, I actually have something constructive to offer in this instance. Hi, Dex Bartholomew, Angel. I can fly,
Human.
but it's what most humans would consider to be teleporting. So I
Mhm.
can go either anywhere I can see, anywhere that I've been, or to any person that I know. But that means essentially there's a limited number of places that I could be
Provided
at.
that you still have your wings attached to your back, of course, correct?
As far as I know, they are still there. I can still feel them.
Yeah.
So, if that would be useful at all, I can essentially appear instantaneously. I'm not familiar with the place, so obviously I'd be
So what
likely
you're
limited
saying
by
is that
sight.
you can have a hard time getting in, but getting out is real easy.
Well, but I can also go anywhere that I can see.
You see, maybe Hive has already thought about all
Instantaneously.
this and calculated that into this specific plan.
I
Trust me.
see.
Look, Dex, you're not the only angel we've ever met or been able to work with, okay? It's already all been thought out. There's a reason why you're all here. And not just because of your family connections. And his eyes narrow over at Karen.
Hey, she is a very nice lady who does not sell magazines, nor is she a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, that's great. But you can kind of say that her blood type is green.
You have green blood, Karen.
Anyways, so any other questions?
I'm aware of.
Just a
Organic, perhaps?
couple.
What?
This Valkesh, do we know
Yep.
where he is in this construction site? Or any idea of
Well,
where
if
this...
I knew that, I probably would have already shot him from about another zip code away.
And any idea on where this material that we're looking for might be?
You're looking for a canister.
Well, canister in a construction site is a needle in a haystack.
So, this is for y'all. And he snaps his fingers, and November kind of just jumps, freaks out. And he's like, oh, yes, the briefcase. And he grabs another case, and he puts it up in front of y'all. And he opens it. Hive uses a lot of briefcases. They don't like cases, like boxes. It's all briefcases.
Just a
So
warehouse
he,
of briefcases that they store for whenever they need them.
he just opens this briefcase, and it looks like not walkie-talkies, but they're like these ear pods that you put in your ear. And he's like, these will allow 100% communication at all times, provided you are not more than 17 feet underground through solid steel. That's 17 feet of straight concrete or steel. Wood, it has to be about 300 yards. Wood, solid wood. And yeah, so we'll be able to. And someone needs to wear these. And he hands y'all a pair of, looks like reading glasses. With these glasses, November here will be able to see everything you see, and having the earbuds in, November will be able to, and I will be able to hear everything you hear. So we'll be able to tell you what the canister looks like when we see it.
I'll take the glasses.
So I have a question, because I don't want to screw up and do something I'm not supposed to do. In the event that we encounter Valkesh, and he proves to be too much for us, and we are unable to vanquish him, would you consider the next best thing to be to banish him back to hell? Because
I don't care what you do, you get the canister, then we get rid of Valkesh. Or if we can get rid of Valkesh and then get the canister, win-win for everybody. As long as Valkesh is gone and we have the canister.
What I'm asking is, in the event that I banish him back to hell, would that be frowned upon?
I don't care. I do not care.
So you're saying banished back to hell is as good as dead?
God. Are you serious right now? Are you fucking serious?
I'm just trying to make sure I don't do something I'm not supposed to do, because my first reaction...
I don't care.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, I will banish him back to hell.
Banish him wherever you would like.
I would prefer if you just killed him. That'd be great.
That was the purpose of the question. Now I know there's prioritization.
He looks over at Ace. Are you serious? This is your team? This is the team that you have to manage?
Hey, I think it was a good question. Because I didn't want to banish him back to hell, and then we come back and you're like, why'd you banish him? He was supposed to die, and now he could come back.
Stop talking.
He can surprise you with how useful he can be.
Yeah, well...
Just one last question here. Everybody, I assume, out here is wearing some construction site uniforms and things like that. Any chance we have some spares around? Maybe something to help us blend in with the crowd?
No. You have what you're wearing, I have what I'm wearing, and Hamish over there has what he's wearing. I don't think y'all are understanding how critical this is, which means we drive across the street and we break in. Well, we don't drive. You walk across the street and you break in. We're already in position. The mission has already started.
I see.
Fair
I
enough.
suggest you go.
Do I see the entrance to this place?
No, but he
And-
does shut the van door in your face. And so you do see outside of one of the windows in the warehouse, you do see the construction site that was on the drone. It's just
Does
right
it
outside.
appear as though if we were to approach the construction site, we would likely be noticed?
No, there's no lights. All the lights are beaming in, not out.
Okay.
And Hamish just looks over at y'all and he's like, well, guys, I guess this is where we say our goodbyes. Karen, I'll miss you most of all. I knew it. If I don't get to see you again, I know I'll forever be in your memories. And, yeah, well, I'll see y'all in a bit. And he just, like, walks off.
Cool.
That guy
Okay.
really only has one setting, doesn't he?
Okay, bye.
I mean, he just seems like a lot goes right over his head, you know?
Well,
Pot calling the kettle black.
Alright,
So-
I want all of you to roll and act under pressure if you're going to try and stealth in, or you're going to try and just run straight into
well,
this place.
I wanted to do some magic if I could before we
Okay,
run in.
yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I am going to basically cast darkness on us. I want to bend the light around us and just make, I don't know, make noise and light around us very muted for while we're trying to get into this place.
Okay, I will say that if you can get a 10 or higher on use magic, you will give everyone else a +1 to their act under pressure.
And I would like to basically cast Meteor Swarm.
Sure.
You could assist me there, Dex.
I will definitely help him out.
Well, no, he's got to roll act under pressure. You're using your own magic, so you won't have to
okay.
roll act under pressure because if you succeed on this, you won't have to roll act under pressure.
well,
but
I
everybody else
rolled
still
weird
will.
for the magic thing that I was doing. So you just said use magic.
Yeah.
So if I want to
you got
help
a 10
him
or higher-
accomplish that,
Nope. Listen to me. He already
Okay.
did it. He got a 10. It was a success. Karen and Dex roll act under pressure, and you get a +1 for it. So he did his magic,
Roll 2d6.
and he succeeded.
so what kind of roll is Act Under Pressure? Is that cool?
Cool.
Okay. I do have a +1 to cool.
I've already had that talk.
Yeah, roll one more.
That would be a 9.
Okay, it's a 6. Okay, your fantasy grounds is acting weird.
Yeah.
Anyhow, that's fine.
So what'd she get?
It was like, oh, there, that one with her. She rolled 3 different times, and the first 2 rolls didn't come through, but the third one did to show the 3. So she made an 8. And then what's your? You gotta add your tough for act under pressure. Here,
I think
So
she has a
for her-
+1 to tough.
she has a +2 because she got an upgrade.
Right. Okay.
Has barbecue on my finger.
Right, so that's 8, so it'll be a 10 total.
10 total. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, like y'all see, Karen kind of motions and takes the lead, and you start to bend the light. Like you start to make a little like do a little invocation with your pocket watch and your ritual knife in hand inside of your coat pocket, and you start to bend the light, and almost for a second you see Karen she takes off her high heels and she just dips behind some shadows, like she has snuck around many times in her life. Dex, on the other hand, a lightning bug just lights up in his face, and he just stares at it for a moment.
Man, I
just-
got a 9.
Stands there.
Well then
Yeah.
it would be a 9 plus 1 on top of it, so that would
Oh
be a
yeah,
10.
that's right. So I mean,
Oh, yeah.
So he stops with this lightning bug, and then he sees a couple more, and then you just grab him by the shoulder. I'm like, get down. And so y'all stealth in successfully.
Stealth in successfully. Successfully.
That's right.
We just wanted to jump in and say, hey,
Oh,
Who's
hi there.
we? Who's that? Who's we?
me and Nick.
I thought I heard Nick. I thought I heard Nick's voice on there. I was like, that doesn't sound like Brandon.
Yeah, it's the and
Kid's
Kid. We
there? Fuck it, both y'all. Put Kid on. I just want to listen to Kid.
Hi.
Yeah, let's just have her join. I don't want the other two. We'll just take the Kid.
wow. All right.
Red Rover, send Kid on over. She can be on my team. I don't need y'all two.
Yeah, we're pretty much done with Christmas dinners, so I figured we'd jump in and say hey for a minute.
Hi there.
Alright.
You still there?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of in the middle of something.
Yeah, we're all done here.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I'm sorry, guys. I moved y'all over here. I should have asked for permission. I'm so sorry.
You're good, man.
But you all successfully stealth into this facility, going past the chain link fences, and as you get closer and closer to this, it's like it looks like a stacks of cargo containers, and it was like the half-built foundation of a building, and then they just built all these cargo containers around it and inside of it. And you see, it looks almost as though there's humanoids walking around, but they all have like these crazy limps to them. Like every time they take a step, their head and shoulders duck down several inches as you watch them closely. And you see a fairly good bit, probably 15, 20 of them just walking around. They all have what looks like, some of them have guns, some of them have swords. You see one with like an assault rifle.
I would like to investigate a mystery, I guess, now that we're here.
Yeah, so go ahead and make your rolls. And then, Karen, what would you like to do?
Yeah, she stepped out to the bathroom. She's coming back right now.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Dex,
Yes.
what would you like to do? While he's making his rolls.
So we still haven't entered the place, right?
You have entered the place. The whole act under pressure was seeing if y'all can get in pretty sneakily without alerting
Okay.
anybody.
I
'Cause it
want
is pretty
to.
heavily guarded.
So I definitely want to try to. I would do a perception check right now, but I guess this would be more of an investigative mystery.
Correct. You could read.
So-
Since we already got one guy rolling investigate a mystery, you can help him out. You can read a bad situation. That's another one that you can do. You can use magic, or you can try and do something different.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
Something
use
other than
magic.
Use magic.
No, I'm gonna use magic, but this is something that I've only done a few times, or I think only once before.
Okay.
Um,
So, real quick, and now that we know what you're doing, Sean, go ahead and ask me your one question.
Well, I'm getting a. It's an 8 total because I'm using my detective skills. So I have a +1 to
Correct.
find someone, track someone, or find info on someone.
Correct, but 7 to 9 only gives you one hold for investigate a mystery.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with where did it go, as far as where Valkesh might be.
So you get to a spot where you can kind of see between these cargo containers. Y'all move up right against the outer wall of cargo containers. Like there's an inner kind of building area, like a makeshift building, and then there's an outside wall around the foundation and the pillars of this building that is made of cargo containers. You get to a spot where you're able to peer through into it, and you can see Valkesh just screaming and yelling at some guards and just yelling and acting all angry, stomping on the ground, kicking sand around, and he walks to this centralized cargo container, and he opens up the door, and you can see this table. Looks almost like a shrine, and in the center of the table is like a goat skull, and in the middle of that, like right behind it, is this shiny silver like cylinder right behind it. And you hear in your ear November say, "Oh, that's it right there, that's the cylinder." And then you hear Oscar go, "Shut up, that's Valcash, he's secondary target, cylinder first."
But he's holding the cylinder. So
No, it's on an altar.
Yeah, I don't know if Karen and Dex are looking in the same direction I do when they hear that, so I'll just put a hand on both their shoulders and quietly,
Yeah,
and I'll point it out to them.
Yeah, you can point it out to him.
And I will, motion for us to start sneaking our way in that direction.
Yeah.
So
Well, in front of you, there is kind of a clearing between where you are and where this centralized cargo container is. There's a clearing right there. So you're going to have to walk around to the northern side of the facility because y'all are approaching from the south. And that is where you'll be able to see the water tower right behind you. If you come in from the north-south into the center, the water tower will be right behind you.
I will put a hand on Dex's shoulder and, do a bunch of hand motions all at one time. Look at me, look at that, look at me, look at the clearing, look at me, look at that spot over there where we can go, point at you, make butterfly wing gestures with my hand, you, Karen, poof, poof, over there, and then do it again, poof, poof, with me, over there, and just hope he understands I'm saying teleport with your wings to get us over there.
yeah, I would probably get that, but there's something I would want to do first.
Of course
Yeah,
there is.
So this whole place is basically full of demons, right?
Yeah.
They're demons looking like humans.
But I would know that demons are they're big on deals, right? You know, people if they can get somebody to sell their soul or something like that, that's
Sure.
I mean, that's the biggest temptation for a demon. I would imagine there's a way.
Demon, but yes,
Well, that's in D&D, and this it's demons.
it's
but
devils, not demons. But yes, even
In
in
D&D.
D&D, even
Sure.
in D&D, that's a
Anyways,
devil, not a demon.
Sure.
But so what I would imagine there's probably a way that a demon would be able to tell if there's somebody who's seeking to make a deal. Some sort of signal it would send off, right? Something they would sense to just know that there's somebody that wants to make a deal.
Maybe archdemons or archdevils would be able to do that. Lessers, not so much, no.
But I would assume Valcash is probably higher up, right? Maybe an archdemon.
Probably not.
Oh, so if I set off a false signal for somebody wanting to make a deal, that wouldn't misdirect him and send him in the wrong direction, away
Not
from
at all.
us.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Never mind then. I'm just gonna latch on to Karen and Ace then, and
Little.
bippity boppity boop, and Mary
Yeah, roll
Poppins
weird.
our way on over there.
Yeah, roll weird.
All right.
Can I assist? Never mind.
No, you don't need
Not
to.
with his angel wings. So, Karen, this is the first time this has ever happened to you,
Oh god.
where Dex touches your shoulder.
Yeah.
And you feel your body just go 1,000 miles an hour and then just
Ew.
slam on the brakes. As you were somewhere else, and now you're in a completely different spot.
Is it like a caffeine crash?
Kind of like,
what?
kind of like
Just
Yeah,
face plant
kinda-
the nearest other.
Nope. that with a shit ton of whiplash.
Ugh.
Does she vomit everywhere?
Do I vomit?
That's up to you. I don't know.
Okay, so being forced into the speed of light that it is, from what I can tell, I then vomit profusely at
Yeah.
the stop of my trip.
So y'all see Karen start to vomit, and then Ace, you're like, your nerves are wrecking right now because she's making a good bit of noise. And you go to take a step closer to her, and from the cargo containers right behind y'all, this body just thuds on the ground right beside you. And you can see clearly that there is just an arrow sticking straight through this person. And you hear over the radio, hey, not to be a bearer of bad news, but y'all sure are making a lot of noise down there.
Oh, yeah. I grab the canister. Hold on to this,
nowhere
Karen.
near it.
I thought I teleported right to, like, right next to
teleporting
it.
them right next to the canister?
That was what I was trying to do, yeah.
I pointed to basically a darkened section by that clean. Basically, I wanted us to make us not have to run out in the open to get to that area because there was a clearing, but not at the canister itself. It's like, hey, here's a section area that would be a good place for us to land if you teleported us without us having to run through the clearing.
I mean, if you want to go straight to the canister, you can.
That's not what I pointed us to. So.
Okay, then I would have gone where he pointed.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Then all that happens, and a body thuds on the ground beside, like right behind you.
I'm just gonna. Karen! Shh! Keep quiet.
I don't. Look at Dex. Don't you have something to make people sick or unsick?
I could give her profuse diarrhea.
I'll rub her back and under my breath say, "Sorry, curious, Darius, Idius," and I will try and heal her to make her not nauseous anymore.
It works.
Okay.
So yeah, you won't have to roll for that. It works. Karen, you don't feel nauseous anymore. But the voice over the radio comes over again. Guys, so bad news. Half of them are coming straight for y'all, and the other half are moving towards the south. I would recommend y'all go.
We know what's to the south?
That's where y'all came from. I would recommend that y'all run around. Just move. Please.
Well, we're right next to the cylinder, right?
Almost. You're just a couple 100 feet away. Y'all could, if y'all make it and sprint straight there, and you can probably get like a little sneak up on Valkesh if you're careful enough. You can probably catch up to him. But if you fight Valkesh in the middle of all this, they do have guns. But you can pick up the assault rifle that the guy just dropped on top of you.
I will.
If one of y'all want to grab
pick up the assault rifle, look at it, and be like overwhelmed by this, and like.
Karen, you can use guns.
Dex or Val, like, or not Dex or Val, Dex or Karen, like.
I'm just gonna look at Karen and whisper,
Gimme.
when you use this, Karen, from what I understand, for it to work properly, you have to say, and I quote, "Say hello to my little friend."
Karen, you know that is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
You've used a gun before.
Several. Repeatedly. Yeah. I'm looking at
So
I look at him
say
like
that, and you'll be good.
yes. Good. Yes. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Then our success is guaranteed.
I will.
Doing that at all.
Let's just do a fucking ton of magic. Why not?
Woo!
I want to do big magic.
Okay.
I will put a hand on Karen and a hand on this body and go, and I want to make Karen all of a sudden have an illusion over her that makes her look like the guy that got shot.
Sure, yeah. I mean, make a weird roll, and if you can get a 12, I'll just give it to you. Won't have to be big magic.
That's a 9.
I mean, her size doesn't change. It kind of flickers every now and then, but
It seems weird.
it looks accurate.
You know what? I should have held on to the pocket watch while I was doing that. That's my bad. I shouldn't have.
I mean, the illusion, for some strange reason, it has curves where it shouldn't be because it's clearly a male on the ground. But okay.
Now
I
in
will,
fact,
You won't be able to tell.
It's
look
something.
and see if
the
there's any cinder blocks nearby
attraction.
and some rope, and suggest, Garen, just tie these cinder blocks to the bottom of your feet. That'll
Stop
make you a little bit taller.
talking.
Hey, we gotta go. Let's start making our way in that direction.
So you see Valkash start to leave the container that he's at, and like half of the guards that's around him start to move towards the south. And you see that he grabs like this. It looks like almost like a silver dagger that's just has this wicked curve to it. And he starts walking towards the south. And a
Wait,
couple
I have a
other guards
question.
start
Hold
to
on, I'm
loop.
sorry to clarify. Did he take the cylinder as well, or
No,
just the, okay?
no, he just has a dagger. Now, the other handful of guards start to walk in the opposite direction of him because I expect y'all have walked around to where y'all need to be. Probably like
Yeah.
like clockwork. Like imagine you're looking down at a clock.
As long as we're in the
12
like not
12 is where the water tower
in an
is.
obvious place to be seen. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all
I
the
have a
guards
question,
are
Tommy.
heading to basically west and then northbound, kind of curving around, and all the other guards are heading to the south.
Okay, this is basically a harbor, right?
No,
Like-
this is a
like a
construction
dock.
site. Nope, construction
Okay,
site.
well then, are there any very heavy objects being
Yes,
suspended by crane or any
Yes,
sort
absolutely. It is a
I'm gonna
construction
wait-
site. You see bulldozers and stuff like that. It's like half
of? I'm
done.
gonna wait for Valkesh to walk under something that looks like it is very, very heavy.
Yeah, I mean,
and-
it doesn't take long. He walks underneath
I-
several things.
I'm gonna say I see Dex looking at this, and I'll look at Dex. Why don't you just not try and crush him, but at least just make a distraction? If you can make a big noise with that, just enough for me and Karen to go and get the cylinder, then you can come back to us and we can just get out of here. If we can fight him, we'll fight him. But
I tell him I can do both of those things. And right when I see him about to walk under something that is extremely heavy, I'm going to time it to the best of my ability to make whatever heavy object, whether it's a storage container, a heavy banister, or and I'm going to use
Yeah.
I want to use magic to try to drop that on top of him.
Okay. So what is... you're just going to sit there and look at Valkesh for a minute. So what is Karen doing? Are you going to take the run for it and try and get the canister?
Totally. Absolutely.
I would
Okay.
try to
Alright.
stop Karen and say,
Nope.
wait for
Ace.
the distraction.
Nope, Ace, you're distracted. Or Dex, you're distracted.
Yeah.
You're watching Valkesh, not watching her. Ace, what are you doing?
I explained the plan to Karen, and like, when Dex drops something, it's gonna make a lot of noise. I think that's gonna be our best opportunity. As soon as that makes the big collision that it's gonna do, and everybody's distracted, we just beeline it for that canister and grab it. After that, if no one notices us, let's just go ahead and get into another hiding spot. But if we gotta fight, we'll wait till Dex comes to us and we either fight or we teleport out.
Alright, so you wait just a couple seconds, and there is one point in time where Valkesh stops, and he starts to scream at a couple other guys that are just hanging out. They're not really moving anywhere. And you can tell about 3 or 4 of these guys plus Valkesh is just sitting almost... It's almost like 2 TV show, to be realistic, right underneath a cargo container. What do you do?
I'm using magic and snapping the chains that's holding it
Okay,
up.
go ahead. Roll your weird.
So that's a partial success.
Meh.
All right, so Karen, the chain snaps, the container starts to fall. Are you going to take off running right now?
Yep.
Okay, so you take off running,
No,
and as you start to see the container fall from a couple 100 feet, and right when it gets to about where Valkesh is, they all start looking up in the air, and you see Karen just bolt towards this thing, and she dips into the cargo container as the other container above Valkesh lands right on top of him, creates this huge plume of smoke and just dust, debris all over the place. extremely loud. You actually see the crane start to tip over towards, like away from the construction site, so it's not near y'all. So the crane starts to tip, and then you all hear a voice in your head that says, "Oh shit!" And then you hear a as you see this like red ball of fire just fly from the south directly towards the water tower, and then the water tower just explodes. And then you start hearing the screaming cacophony of noises coming from all of the fiends around you, and multiple spotlights all click on directly towards all of you. And Karen, you are making your way back to Ace Index.
Well, I followed Karen to the cylinder. I didn't go with him.
Yeah, so did it? Well, but Dex was just sitting off to the side, back where y'all originally were. So y'all are gonna have to make y'all's way back to.
Oh, so
Dex.
he didn't teleport to there. He just used magic to break the chain.
Correct.
Okay.
Did it look like the canister actually landed on Valkesh?
The cargo container? Yeah, it definitely looked like it landed on him. But you have a crane that's falling, and the water tower where Hamish was supposed to be just blew up.
I will usher Karen to run back to Dex, and if I can get to Karen and Dex, I'll be like, I think we have a bigger fish in this small pond. Something else is here that we really need to be worried about aside from Valkesh. We need a GTFO.
Yeah, the moment y'all start to meet up, like y'all all meet up back up together, the screaming and noises start getting louder and louder. You hear people rushing towards you, and over all of y'all's intercom that's in your earpieces, it just goes full on white noise static and just screaming in your ears.
Can I make it to the canister?
I take my.
Karen has the canister.
We have the canister.
Oh,
yeah, y'all are
okay.
there.
Then yeah, I'm angel wingsing the fuck out of there if that's a verb.
It can be. Angel.
I need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So Angel wings us back to. Is there like any high ridge or anything that's looking over this thing? Not necessarily here, but nearby.
You're kind of in down, like a little bit south of downtown, kind of like the outskirts. So it's not really hilly. There is like a harbor nearby that you can kind of see a couple more cranes.
I just want to be away from this, but close enough to be able to see what's going on at this place. Let's just go back to the detective office.
There's definitely a parking garage across the street if you wanted to go over there.
Yeah, I'll point to that to Dex and be like, top of the parking garage. We need to see what's happening, but get out of here.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to the top of the parking garage, but kind of look for somewhere within my eyesight where if we were to appear at, we might not immediately be within line of sight.
Yeah, so the moment you close your eyes to teleport, the canister flashes a blue color and nothing happens.
Womp. Hold up.
So about this time, you hear and see one of these fiends off to the side point at all of you, and just this loud piercing scream comes from its like maw, and it starts to open fire with its gun. It doesn't hit you, but you all have time to do something.
On this guy that's opening fire, I just want to cast him out. I want to banish him.
Nothing happens. All right, next, Ace.
I will body block Karen with myself.
Okay, Karen.
So I will protect someone is the move.
So Dex reaches his hand out and concentrates, starts saying a phrase, but nothing happens. Ace jumps in front of you, Karen, to body block you. What are you doing, Ace? You said you're gonna prepare a move?
No, I'm protecting someone. That was me.
Oh, you're gonna protect someone. Okay. Yeah, like I said, he doesn't hit any of you, but you do have time to do something. So,
Can I investigate a mystery?
Yes, you can. And Karen, what are you doing? You do have a gun.
I'm firing back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll some kick some ass.
Uh,
That's gonna be tough.
Please, if you would. I have my sheet. 3.
Well,
That's
the first one was a 4. I accidentally I clicked on it twice because I didn't click on it twice
4,
and get happy,
okay.
but it's a 4. Wow, those are 2 terrible rolls. So it's a 4 plus
4 plus
your
2.
tough.
Yeah, 4 plus 2.
Okay. 4
6.
plus 2.
6.
What is that? A failure?
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. So with Ace, you aim down the sight. You have this guy right in your crosshair, and then Ace just jumps in front of you, right before you pull the trigger. And
I'm trying to body block and take a bullet for you. Jesus.
you just aim up at the sky and just like throw a burst out.
Ah, God damn it!
And, all right. So next round, 3 more. Run around the corner. Let's start. Oh yeah, you were investigating. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all good. Let me roll. I mean, I kind of want to do investigate mystery and read a bad situation, but I guess I can only do one. I'll do investigator mystery.
Let's Well, you're already in a bad situation. So I mean, I'll leave it up to you. You can. I mean, there's 3 possible options. You can use act under pressure, investigate a mystery, read a bad situation. All 3 of these will help you.
I mean, they're both sharp. I don't know if I can mix and match, but let me just roll sharp, and we'll see. We'll take things from there, because I might fail, and I don't get asked anything.
Right.
That is a 9, so I get
Okay.
1.
You get 1 from each.
I'm just gonna say from investigative mystery, what happened here whenever the thing flared up and nullified Dex's magic?
You can. This thing is absorbing magic. Like,
So-
you've seen it happen before, and both times he's cast magic, you've seen little, like, it looks like an ember flares out from his body and into the cylinder.
Do I know what this item is, or have any understanding of it? I don't know. That's
You've seen other things that can do it. There's like a new okay. So let's say part of you being in Hive, one of the things that you learned and talked to a scientist about one time, he brought up in a debate, was being able to craft a crystal that could absorb the magic within a 20-foot radius around you to help protect you. And another person was trying to debate that you could use that crystal to deal damage, or like create a weapon or bomb or something. And both sides were like, no, I could power the generator of 100 hospitals with just a touch of magic. And the other's like, dude, I can make so many nuclear weapons off of that. And you were just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go have my lunch somewhere else, not at this table.
okay. I'll just.
So you would think
taking
that
into
this
consideration,
is something similar.
I'll look at Dex like, magic ain't gonna work around this thing. We got to do this the old school way, and I want to start running, like pointing them to just start running in the direction.
I would tell Ace I have an idea. Tony, I will tell you my idea. You tell me how many actions it would take to accomplish this combination of series of events. So here's what I want to try to accomplish. As an angel, I have a sort of an unnatural strength, right? Like just physical strength.
Yeah.
Do I still feel like I have that? Do I feel like I'm weakened around this thing?
No. You just know none of your magic is working when you try to cast any spells or use magic.
There's a series of 3 things I want to do. You tell me whether it'll take me like 2 or 3 things.
Nope. You pick one thing. One at a time.
Let me tell you the whole thing, and you tell me how long it's going to take me to do it.
I do not want to hear it. I want to hear your one action right now.
It kind of doesn't work unless I do all of them.
Okay, so take your time. Just stand there. You got help.
So, okay, then let me at least ask you this for now. Could I no, I can't use magic with this thing because the idea was I was going to attach my phone to it so it can be tracked by GPS, and then I was going to throw the shit out of it.
Okay.
And then teleport
you are
away.
Overthinking so much, Karen. What are you doing? Now you do have player moves as well, Karen. You are a mundane. You have like some of the best moves in this entire game.
I'll tell you the first thing I want to do. All right, then real simple. I'm going to grab that thing from Karen and aim at the parking garage, and I'm going to try my damnedest to just throw this canister to the top of the parking garage.
So, Ace, you would know that Karen is holding a nuclear bomb. If it is mishandled, if he does this, it could be real bad.
Yeah, I will. No. This Big Boom could be Big Boom. We got to be really careful with this.
So it's a magic nuke.
This is
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
This is a Jenga tower. Treat it like a Jenga tower. If the Jenga tower falls over, blows up the city.
Okay.
Oh, so I should not throw the ever-loving shit out of it.
No. If you do, you kill everybody. You lose
Oh,
Jenga.
well, see, I'm glad you told me because you know, I love Jenga.
So,
We gotta go.
Karen, all right, let's throw a T. The world has paused. What is Karen doing? Everything is happening in slow motion. Dex, Ace, talking. These fiends, it doesn't look like they're aiming. They're just pulling the trigger. That's it. But if they get closer, it might hurt.
I don't know.
Do you want
There's
some
so
help?
much. Please.
Okay, so the mundane
There's
skill
so much
that you
danger.
have- so you do have a bunch of skills.
Right.
You have Oops, Power of the Heart, Let's Get Out of Here. Probably.
I have
I mean-
oops, get out of here, power of the heart, and trust me.
Yep. So do you have the PDF or the document for the mundane?
Yeah, she's got the
yeah.
She's looking.
I'm
the
looking
picture
at
in
it
front of her.
right now.
Okay. Yeah,
So, like,
I would just. I would read over, like, Oops is a really, you could use Oops. You can use Let's Get Out of Here. Those are really two really good moves, and you have both of them. So you can use either or. Oops is how y'all found the secret doorway in the mansion in the, I think, the second or third episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So. And then Let's Get Out of Here. You actually use Let's Get Out of Here as well when the monster attacked y'all in the
Yeah.
oh, what was it? The police station when y'all were
Yeah.
underground with the
Yeah.
corner.
The mortuary?
Yep, and you rolled double sixes. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That came shortly before the explosive diarrhea.
Yes.
Also that.
Good.
Yeah. That's also that. Oh, just so nerve wracking.
Hey, Connie, what if our characters die here? Does that change the future?
Maybe.
Wait, what?
We'll find out.
No, what did you ask?
He asked
I
if
heard-
What if our characters die here?
Oh, I heard like I heard the last part of the sentence. Sorry. I remember die here. Is that like what? What?
So, what you doing?
There's a lot of pressure, Tony.
Well, I mean, yeah. That's what happens when you're getting shot at.
Right? I don't.
You're acting exactly like I would figure a mundane would, like Xander. Like, oh, I'm
I was
being
like-
shot at. Okay, so let's say you, Karen, are in a construction yard and you're being shot at. What's your first thing that passes through your mind?
if you can use oops or let's get out of here, would probably be a very helpful thing to do right
No,
now.
I'm clear that those
Let's
are
make
the
life hockey
options.
sticks and get the fuck out of here.
I just know that I've had a gun pulled on me and I giggled. I didn't. I was like, ah! I was like, what are you doing? Okay. I'm gonna do an oops. Oops. We're doing oops. It's canon. We're doing oops.
Okay. Alright, so oops, if you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper and you will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
Alright, keeper. What did I stumble upon?
No, you tell me, what did you stumble upon? It says it clearly, if you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper.
It's not what it says on my book. It just says you will
11.
find something important and useful.
So, okay, so... Alright.
What do I
so-
find, keeper? Please, for the love of God, help me.
You look to the others, and then you look around you, and you notice one of the cargo containers is open, and you see a 2016 BMW inside the cargo container,
Karen, take
and the doors are
BMW.
open.
That might become your car in the
Be
future.
quiet, be quiet over there in the peanut gallery.
Well, damn. Well, damn.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna take it.
All right, the keys are in the ignition. The title was up in the visor.
Gimme, gimme.
All right, are y'all following her?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you hop in the car and you drive out, and immediately you look at, as soon as you turn out of the cargo container, you look in the rearview mirror, and bullets are just flying towards you, pinging off all parts of the car, and you swerve out. I need you to roll act under pressure, Karen, since you're driving. Please.
Can I assist?
If
I would like to use magic too, but you let me know when that plays on.
So, I'm gonna let you know. You go to try and use magic, and you see a mote come out, like a little blue ember, kind of just pop out of your chest, and it floats straight to the canister.
Oh god, dang it! Of course. Oh, I never got out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Canon.
Don't tell me.
The first chronological time that I will have done this, I'm going to
Dex,
reach
help
into
me
my
out.
I'm going to reach into my coat pocket and say, "Here, have a dum dum. It'll help you focus."
Oh, Christ.
Okay. Yeah. Roll help out.
Okay, which one is that? Is that cool for
Yeah.
help?
Yep.
That would be a 9.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, it's a partial success.
No, it's not.
All right.
On help out. To help out, you need it. Oh wait, no. It gives
Yeah.
you +1, but you
So-
also expose yourself to trouble or danger.
Give me a butterscotch, bitch.
Yeah.
It is butterscotch.
Fuck yeah.
While this is happening, I will
Nom, nom, nom.
take the automatic rifle thing that she has, and I will try to like fire it for suppressive fire, not having any idea what I'm doing.
Just roll some kick some ass for me. And roll with tough.
He's
Oh,
like-
man, I am so not good at this.
He's like, I'm flailing.
The back windshield has been blown out by now, so you, you can just stick the gun out the back windshield if you want.
Yeah, I'll start firing and not know what I'm doing. That's a -1 to make a 4. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's the worst. Oh, Jesus.
So y'all,
That is exact. I actually kind of hoped I'd fail because, like, that is exactly what I would expect out of that.
Do you say anything as you just sit up on your knees in the back
gonna
seat?
tell
I'm
him-
gonna
and-
grab him
Tell
like,
him to
don't
say
worry,
hello to my
guys.
little friend.
I got this. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it just spams rounds down range
I have
throughout the back
so many
windshield.
regrets in this situation.
So I still need that act under pressure from Karen.
Did I help her?
What'd you roll? A 9?
9, yes.
Yeah.
She gets a +1. He
Yeah,
just gets
she
a
gets a
chance to
+1.
expose himself to danger as it's happening. You want me to roll for you?
You can roll some double ones for her. That'd be real nice.
So, in what way do I expose myself to danger by reaching into my coat pocket? Tony?
Nice. One
Well, you
more.
roll 2 of them.
She did.
Really
It's just,
hope for
like,
6.
Sometimes I don't go through
Okay.
there.
Well, that made it a 7. That made it a 7.
So it's a partial success. Cause you have a +2 to tough, so that'll be a.
This is act
8.
under pressure, so it's
Yeah,
cool.
it's still act under pressure is still tough, isn't it? No, it's cool.
No,
What do you
no,
have to
it's
cool?
But she has. I think you have a minus, or you have a 0 to cool.
What's your?
Oh, she said she has a +2.
But no, because you took the
Oh,
improvement
really?
+1 cool, +1 charm. Yeah, I'm looking at your PC bios. It's right there.
So, with my help, then that makes it a 7.
Yes.
I literally saved you by giving you a butterscotch dum dum. I saved us with a butterscotch dum dum.
Hey, I
Yeah.
also helped. Not really, but I tried.
That is a
Yes, that's a 0, and then you see act under pressure with. All right, so I will let you decide a hard choice, a price to pay, or a worst outcome.
Take your pick. Pick one of the 3. What's it gonna be? You'll pick one.
It's like Price is Right. It's right over here. I'm like, I don't know.
You gotta pick
So-
one. Let's go.
Tony, say again the options that I have.
You have a worst outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
Hard choice.
My audio cut out. Hold on, sorry.
I'll wait for him.
Alright,
Are you
yeah, I'm
back?
back.
Yeah, he's good.
Are you good?
He's good.
Okay. So, this expert driving that you're doing, swerving between the cargo containers, you end up and back up, but you see right when the car realigns and you flick your headlights on, here's your hard choice. Go up a ramp. Where it goes, you don't know.
I lost you. He's like, here's your hard
I
choice.
only heard go.
So you can either hit Hamish or go up the ramp. Hamish is clearly wounded. He's in your headlights. To the left of him is a large concrete wall. If you are losing control of the car, you have a choice to make. You can hit him and stay straight on the road and get out of dodge. Will be a hit and run. Or you can swerve the car to the right and hit a ramp. It's just a ramp, like a piece of looks like a piece of stone just sticking up out of the ground. You can hit
Like,
it and
it
go
doesn't
somewhere.
look like it goes anywhere. It's like a Dukes of Hazzard ramp.
Yep,
What you're
could
saying.
be. Yep, could be.
I'm hitting the ramp.
Okay, so you swerve and he baffled. He has a bow in hand, and it looks like he already has an arrow notched in it. He just hasn't pulled the drawback, and he's limping, like he was limping away down the street. And you swerve and hit this ramp, and you go soaring. It feels like time stops. Ace loses control of the gun, starts floating in the air. Dex, all of your dum-dums and taffy starts flying out of your pockets.
No. In slow, I would like to think in slow motion, I would be trying to collect as many of them out of the air as possible.
He's like,
Before you do that, Dex and Ace, while she's holding the steering wheel, it looks like you're going to land up onto like the second or third floor of the same exact parking garage. So it looks like you're going to make it. Karen, you're just white knuckling the steering wheel, probably screaming, but it looks like you're going to have a successful jump. But Ace and Dex, the canister is in the middle of the air. I need you both to roll act under pressure if you are going to try and grab it.
12.
Ace?
he's busy coughing.
Yeah, I'm super cool. Hold on, I got this. You got a
He's like,
12? That is literally that's the maximum I could roll on a cool because I have no bonus. I rolled a 10.
Damn.
So Ace, your fingertips just barely touch this canister. Like you're like, I got it.
Super confident in my maneuver. Yeah.
Then the car bounces off the concrete in this parking garage, and you just slam into the floorboards.
I would like to think I made a desk pop. Like I just thought I stopped shooting with the assault rifle, and as I'm reaching for this thing, I accidentally squeezed fire off just one shot through the roof of the car.
That thing is gone.
And
That
shit, the
gone.
knockback, just like.
But yeah,
That's
Ace,
a bullet hole in the roof of the car. Whoopsie.
The fiends did that. Dex, you see Ace reaching for it, and you see his fingertips touch it, and you wrap your hands around the top of it, and Karen slams on the brake as soon as you wrap your fingertips around it, and she slams on the brake pads, and you go flying out through the windshield and skidding across this parking deck. I need you to take 4 wounds from this.
Seriously?
Yeah, dude, you're skidding across concrete in a trench coat and a suit. Your clothes are ruined, by the way.
I can always get another suit. Hey, and this is why I ended up eventually replacing my pink shoes with red shoes. See, it doesn't show the blood. Thinking proactive, that's what it is.
Side. You're unstable.
I would like to think I would try to get off and sarcastically brush myself off. But then I noticed my femur sticking out of my leg, and I'm like, oh well, that's not supposed to be that way.
I got
We're
this.
like, oh,
and he just,
that's a
falls over
problem.
sideways.
So, you still hear screaming, and you see the spotlights move up to where y'all are. The car is still running.
I will. Does the car stop?
Yeah, the car is stopped. That's what made Dex fly off the windshield.
Yeah, okay. I will get out of the car and run over to Dex. I got you, buddy. And I'll put his arm over my shoulder and everything, kind of lift him up. And as we stand up, I just want to take a look over with Dex to take a gander and see, what is it that, out of the south side of whoever was coming up to the site that we were running from, if we could. So I will investigate a mystery, I guess?
So that's going to take you a minute. And if you walk over to the balcony, the bullets are still flying in your direction. They're still pegging off of the roof of the parking deck that you're on, and bullets ricochet. So they're popping the top roof, hoping that the bullets somehow ricochet to get to you. So if you walk over to the balcony, bullets are still flying that way. And
I don't want to walk into bullets. That is not what I would do.
There are spotlights pointed directly at y'all in this parking garage. Not directly at you, but they're aimed up towards you.
Then can I to do this as we're walking up? I will one hand holding up and supporting Dex, the other one I will take out the ritual knife and
Okay.
say an incantation and do the same thing as I did before. And like, if the spotlights are trying to point in our direction, it'll make the spotlights just all of a sudden go in random directions and just change course all over the place.
Yeah. So, and you're gonna go help Dex?
Well, I'm helping Dex up and everything right now. I'm trying to get him
Okay.
back
Okay.
into the car.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll weird. All right. So what happens is when you grab the ritual knife, and then you reach your hand out and you focus on these spotlights, and then you open your eyes and you see another little blue mote float into the canister.
Again, I'm not even right next to it.
He's holding it.
You're holding. Oh, Dex. What is this
I'm
goddamn
just like-
thing?
I got it. I got it. As I'm like fucked up, just fucking.
I just start to feel
beyond recognition.
tired because I've put so much magic into this thing. Let's just get
It's
out of here.
definitely draining. Like you're definitely feeling like a caffeine crash
And
coming
I
on.
will do the three-legged race walk and try and get Dex into the back seat of Karen's car.
Yeah, you get him in there.
Can
So
I
you're
try to
already-
use? Oh no, magic doesn't fucking work, so I can't heal myself.
So you get Dex into the car and you start taking off towards the down ramp, and up the down ramp you see Hamish kind of limping up. Do you stop for him?
Yeah, I'll wave him over and like, what are you?
Yeah,
Come on.
he jump. He doesn't even answer. He jumps in the back seat with Dex, and he's like, scoot over. I need room over here. And he props up, and you can see like his right leg is just fucked up, just as bad as Dex's. Like, you can see this gashing wound. Looks like some piece of metal is just sticking through his leg right now. And he kind of sits up in a way to where he has his bow propped on the back part of the car, and he's like looking out the back window. He's like, "Drive, woman, drive."
As we're taking off, like, what was it coming up from the south end that we had to deal with?
You know what? I think we should go find out. That's exactly what I think. Nobody's gonna shoot a rocket at Hamish and kill Hamish like that. Let's go have a chat with Oscar.
Hey,
Go.
So-
just gonna throw it out there. I do a lot of magic. He does a lot of magic, and I'll point to this canister. Also loves a lot of magic. It eats
Yeah.
everything we throw out.
Karen,
Can't do a whole lot for you.
if you
I
drive,
have an idea.
Karen, if you drive south, you will go back towards the warehouse where y'all started this whole thing. If you drive east, you will go back towards the city. Where are you going? You're driving the car.
East.
You're driving east.
So Tony, I want to try something.
Hamish definitely tells you, no, we have to go back to the south. We have to go meet up with Oscar in November. Where are you going?
Fine. Well, fine. Fine.
I'm
Fine.
telling you, if it was one of them that shot that rocket, I'll kill them both.
Hey,
Okay.
Hamish, I think it was something else, something that we weren't expecting down from the south. Did you see it, or did you just?
Yeah,
Guesstimating.
remember- He points at his eyes. Remember, eagle eyes, my friend. You're not the only one with magic. And he as he's looking at you, he just pulls, like, you can see that he has tied his quiver to his hurt leg, and he just whips out an arrow, and he points the bow out the back of the window while he's looking up at the front seat of you, draws back the bow, and releases, and you can see like a fiend walks out from the side of the building, and he just nails him right between the eyes.
All right,
He's
so
magic eyes.
I will take the interpretation that certain types of magical things don't get sucked up into this canister.
No, casting does.
Oh, well, that's like only everything I do.
Well,
I have an idea.
That's why you were selected, because you're an expert.
So
You're an
Tony, here's
expert
what I
on
want to do.
magical items. I figured you would know.
Here's something I want to do, Tony, if I could.
Mhm.
I actually am going to use magic, but I have an idea. I don't know if you want this to be big magic or not, but I'm going to put my hands on this thing with no clear spell or arcane incantation in mind.
Okay.
I'm just trying to channel absolutely as much magic power as possible. I want to absolutely overload this thing with magic. Just
Okay.
tell me what I got to do for
So-
that.
I want to cast Counterspell.
Do you want to inform him on what that could do, Ace?
As soon as I see him trying to charge up, I'm like,
So, Ace,
Dex.
think about it like this.
nuclear bomb, Jenga tower, that if it falls, everyone in the city dies. We don't need to make it a bigger
So,
Jenga tower. We need
Would you
to
think that
isolate.
Ace has ever taken a rechargeable battery pack and tried to get a little bit more juice out of like a Duracell and put it in there?
I didn't
What?
hear the beginning of that. Who were you addressing?
Oh, I was saying, do you think Ace has ever taken like a rechargeable battery pack, like one of the ones that plug into the wall and you can put your rechargeable batteries in,
Oh,
and tried to get a
no,
little
I
bit
don't-
more juice out of like a AA for your like
No.
camcorder or something?
No.
So, well, imagine that could happen. If he puts too much power into it, and you know angels have a lot of power, could overload it.
I would say,
And then
Dex,
it goes boom. Okay.
this is like a bathtub. You're going to overfill the bathtub. It will flow over the bathtub, and the water that overflows kills everybody in the city.
Ah, I see. Okay, I think I know what I
Leave
want
it
to
in
do.
the canister. We gotta take it back to base and leave it as is. Don't feed the angry canister that can kill everybody in the city.
Would I know of any way, because, I mean, you know, black magic and stuff, that something like this could be suppressed, that it wouldn't automatically absorb any magic near it?
Yeah.
Lead.
Yep. An inch of lead. And right now you're holding a silver canister. It is not lead. Well, more like, now that you're closer, it more looks like aluminum. And it feels like aluminum. It's pretty lightweight. But it's super shiny.
No magic. Anti-magic. What do we have that's not magic that we can use to help out in the fight? And I'll reach out and I will take out the ritual knife and just hold it and like, this is what I got. Oh, and reach out and hold the automatic rifle that with a shaky hand I have no aim with. And this!
I think you should shoot this canister, Ace.
You want me to shoot the Jenga tower that falls over and kills everyone in the city?
Shoot the canister, Ace. And I'm just going to hold it up in front of me.
I will take the canister from him and put it in my inside coat pocket. I'll hold on to that idea. It's a back pocket thing, but let's not do that right now.
Okay.
I'm assuming the canister is somewhat small enough I can actually put in the inside coat pocket that I have.
No, it's a little bigger. It's about 1.5 feet long and probably about a 6-inch diameter.
Okay.
I'm going to lick the canister. What does it taste like?
It tastes like metal.
Okay.
It tastes like putting your tongue in a 9-volt battery. Your tongue is
Alright,
numb
so-
now.
Karen, do you disagree with Hamish and you want to continue going east and just get out of this area, or do you want to head towards the south, where the rocket came, where y'all all saw like a rocket come from?
I will continue.
To east?
Yes.
All right. So, after a minute of hearing Hamish bitch, he just goes, all right, fine. Look, there's a safe house that we were supposed to all meet up with after, because we were actually supposed to split with Oscar after we delivered the device, so let's just go there.
Hey, Miss,
And-
did you see me drop that storage container on him? That was pretty cool, right?
You know, man, I thought I saw something like that, but I was kind of focusing on someone holding a rocket launcher looking right at me.
Well, I dropped the
So-
storage container on the devil guy.
Yeah, I jumped 30
Solid.
feet off of a water tower and
Yeah.
broke my leg.
I
Dex?
have priority.
Sounds like
Yeah.
equal feats of strength.
Yeah. So you arrive at this. It's he tells you to turn down an alleyway between these two buildings, and the alleyway turns into like this small little parking area. And then he points over at a garage door. He's like, just pull up to the door. They have bioscan readers back at the entrance of the alleyway, so they already know I'm here. This is a professional hideout over here. It's a safe house just for us professionals.
So, out of curiosity, do we know the difference between professionals and regular agents at this point?
Ace would. I don't think Karen or Dex would, but Ace most certainly would. And you wouldn't have known that Hamish was a professional until Oscar said so.
Hey, Hamish, I'm sort of a professional too at many different things.
He opens the door once you pull into the garage. He's like, all right, well, y'all should probably get Dex to a hospital. I'll be fine here.
Yeah, there's this bone sticking out.
Ways, and he gets out of the car and shuts the door.
I will hand the container to Karen. Get this to where it needs to go.
Nope. I'll take that.
Oh, Hamish is gonna take it?
Yep, I'll take that.
Hold on, and I will set it in the car. Hamish, let me get you taken care of, and I want to walk Hamish. I'm literally going to put my hand under his back and let's walk for a second. Hold on.
No, Ace. Look, I appreciate it. You have no idea where you are. You don't know where you are, and you don't ever remember coming here. Just give me the container, and I'll handle all the rest.
You can do all that, but while we're away, because I've kind of tried to walk him away from the car. I don't know if he's coming with me at all.
No, he wants the container.
I'll pick him up and throw him over my shoulder if I can.
See, he's about the same size as you.
Yeah, that's fine. I will do this weird limping thing.
But you're
trying
tough.
to
It's
tough.
so great.
So when you go to reach your hand, what's your tough right now?
Not great. Like a -1.
So when you go to reach your hand out towards him, he just jujitsu flips you, and then he looks back to the car and he motions his hand towards Karen. Give me the container.
I mean, I think we should give him the magic medical bomb.
I'm fine with giving you the container. We're just trying to heal your leg, dude. My God, how much do you work out?
4 hours every day. Every morning, 4 hours, 10-mile run. After that, after I work out, 10-mile run.
That is so gross. I'm proud of you, but
Somebody tells me you start off your day with 100 push-ups. 100 sit-ups.
While y'all are talking to him,
Hamish, can we just take a you can carry me? Can we take a walk? I'll heal your leg.
No, y'all need to leave before someone else comes.
I'm just trying to help you. Help you out, buddy, as he's walking and carrying me.
All right. Yeah. He's gonna reach in the car and grab the container. Are y'all gonna stop him?
I'm not stopping him. I'm being carried in his jujitsu hole right now.
No, he threw you. He just threw you to the ground.
Oh, I thought he flipped it around and carried me.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Before he leaves, I'm gonna reach inside my coat pocket. How many taffies and dum-dums was I able to collect out of midair and put back in my coat?
Floorboard. Well, none, because you had to catch the canister, so they're just all over the floorboard. And then you got from the car, so they're all in the front seat floorboard. So you got to crawl over the back seat, which you don't have time for that because he's walking away. And
I'm literally just gonna grab a handful of candy and just shotgun blast him to the back of the face with a fistful of candy.
Yeah, it gets 20 feet. He's 50 feet away. It just scatters across the ground. So are y'all leaving him here?
I left those for you.
I'm just curious. Because we're 50 feet away, right? There's no particular range. No, it won't work because as soon as it gets anywhere near that goddamn canister, it's just gonna get sucked up. Best of luck to you, Hamish. Maybe I can hook you up more next time.
Yep.
And I'll give him a finger guns thumbs up type of situation with a half smile, hope.
It's so cheesy, but as you're backing down the ramp and you're giving him the finger guns thumbs up, you see him stop exactly where he is in the middle of this garage. And you know the scene at the end of Breakfast Club where the guy just stops and raises his fist in the air? He literally does that the whole time the garage door is going down. And you can't help but just stop at the bottom of the ramp and just watch as he just doesn't move. He just stands there. and then the door shuts.
I would like to think that he would do the like anime walking away back of the hand wave thing.
So
If you know what I'm talking about.
as I get back into the truck, I will look at this assault rifle thing that I had and like, fuck
empty.
this, and I will chuck into the backseat with Dex, and then I will take out the pocket watch in one hand and the ritual knife in the other. I'll wave them both, and I'll say an incantation, and I want to do big magic.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
I am trying to heal Dex as much as possible. If I want to just do regular magic, I get a +1 to that, but I'm trying to heal him, like heal him.
Okay.
So I'll call
Dex,
big
are you going
magic.
to try and help him or just let him do it himself?
I will help him as magically as I can.
Okay, so before you start healing him, let's say, Karen, the safest place you can think of is back at Ace's apartment or slash office building or slash office. So y'all get there, you have your mystic library. It can help you out with these kind of big magic
Well,
rituals.
do we want to go back to the construction site and help out N and O? Are we just getting out of Dodge now that we've
So
accomplished the mission?
if you're using big magic, it would be beneficial for you to be at your apartment because like I
Sure,
said,
but
you have a mystic library.
I'm just trying to get something done to help out my buddy, but we're also like we got 2 members of our organization that are in trouble. I will leave that to our supervisor Karen to make the decision.
Yeah. Karen, Ace is giving you options. Go back to the construction site. It's about 20 minutes away. If you go back, you can go back there if you want. And Dex's femur is currently sticking out of his leg. So
we're going with that. Okay.
It's your choice.
Well, I'm going to go with helping Dex and his femur.
Aw, shucks.
Yeah. So, I will say, at your apartment, Ace, are you cool with that? Are you gonna retort?
No, I left it up to our supervisor. Whatever she decided, that's what we're doing right now.
So, at your apartment, like I said, it is a mystic library and a lore library. So you get it helps you with everything you would need for big magic. You can substitute it as if you needed spell books or had to spend time doing a ritual, you can do all of that in your mystical library, so in your apartment. So it's easy enough for you to just do it without help and without making any rolls. You can use big magic, you can splint up his femur back to the way it was. It's still going to be painful for a couple days, but you've done it before. It's not the first time you've fixed a broken bone. So, yeah, but magic is pretty dramatic too, so.
Then I will, using that, I will use some big magic and repair Dex's leg to normal usage.
So, Karen, while he's performing this ritual, you get a FaceTime video on your phone. And you know this lady, she's got long blonde hair. Her name is, excuse me. Where is it? Oh man. Where did I put it?
Let's see.
Oh,
Go through
man.
my notes and see.
The lady of the Northeastern District. I think her name's
Catherine.
Heather.
Oh, Northeastern District
No,
is Heather.
yeah, Heather.
Catherine's
So you know
director. Heather is the Northeastern District or Northeastern Regional Manager.
Yeah, so you see Heather, she's got long blonde hair. She doesn't look too old, maybe mid to late 40s, but she is mute. And she does some hand signing on the video, on the FaceTime, and you can see someone kind of behind the camera that's filming her, and they tell you, we have just received word and received the canister from Agent Hamish. Everything else is under investigation. Lay low for a couple weeks. We have another job coming up for you. Good work, Team 73. and then the feed cuts out. Would there have been anything that you wanted to say to her? Okay. All right. Yeah, so that is that's kind of where we're gonna end this one. Right there.
I will just say, since I was in the room with Karen when she got the FaceTime call, looks like
Well, you would have been performing the ritual at the same time.
Sure,
she was
but
doing that.
just
yeah.
saying I overheard this.
Mm-hmm.
After the ritual is done, I'll turn to Karen and be like, I guess we're gonna get to know each other over the next couple of weeks, since we're gonna be laying low together for a little bit. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I think we're gonna get along pretty well.
So,
my angelic
I would say
senses
this-
are detecting a spike in testosterone.
This takes place a couple, let's say 8 months before where we are in real time. Yeah, so this is about 8 months prior. Little flashback. So we'll retcon when I said that you never knew Hamish. To you do know Hamish.
Well, I mean, I knew I kind of knew him in a sense. I just
No,
didn't
I
know how
meant
knew
Karen.
him. Oh,
Yeah. I was like, ain't nobody talking to you.
Oh,
Yeah, because
sorry.
I have, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but really when it's like, have I done this or not? Do I know this or not? I'm like, roll a d20. It's literally 1 through 10, you don't know shit. 11 through 20, you pass. I think she rolled a 9, and then Brandon rolled an 11, so it's like literally the difference of 1 of
Yeah.
you knowing or not knowing, 2. So, but yeah. So let's actually do our end of session.
I mean, does it?
Right now-
I don't know how this works with being a flashback, but all right.
I
know,
it's
right?
Still a session, so I still want to count it.
All right. Well, I know I failed at least one thing, so that's an
Yeah,
experience.
we won't count those failures.
Okay.
So we won't count those failures because it is a flashback, but I will still count the end of session.
Did we conclude the current mystery? We kinda did. We got the canister.
Yeah, I'll say that you did.
Cool.
Did
Cool,
we
cool,
save
cool.
someone from certain death or worse? We didn't hit Hamish with the car, so
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I'll give that one to you too. So, did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
We learned about, well, I didn't, but everybody else learned that there's items and things that can absorb magic. So I don't know how that counts.
Yeah, I'll give that to you too. So you're 3 for 4. So, did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? Now, being hunters, like I've said, all members of Hive are hunters.
Karen learned that I have thirsting loins.
She did.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll say right, so I'll say y'all go ahead and mark 2 experience for all of this.
So
I gotta
stupid.
mute. I gotta mute.
Alright, so if you get 1 or 2 yes answers, mark 1 experience. If you get 3 or 4, mark 2. So that's 2 experience to that.
Yeah, so go ahead and mark 2 experience.
I am over halfway
Alright.
to level 9.
Me too. I'm 3 in.
Shaz is thirsty.
Yeah, y'all should both be at 8 and 3 right now, and then
Yeah.
Karen will be at 7 and. Oh, I don't think I updated it at the end of the last episode. No, I don't think I updated it. I think she was at 7 and 2.
Just out of curiosity,
Maybe.
to
I'll keep
retcon
track
or
of stuff
whatever, when we
Mhm.
saw the big storage container land on Valkesh, did it look like he got smashed to death, or do we have no idea?
You do not know because everything happened so quickly.
Okay. That's
You do
fair.
find later that night, you do, as you're like dressing down for the night, you do find a new business card. It looks exactly the same as the old one, but on the back it has like a more direct area code towards your area. The other one was like California or something. This one is of New York. So it's a 555-555-555
Well, you said we got a new business card. Business card to what?
Hamish.
Okay.
And this one has like a handwritten phone number on the back, and it says, "See you next time, wingman."
Well, what do you know? Backstory filled in.
You know, I think his loins are almost as thirsty as yours.
You know what? I don't really care. I just fucking hate that canister. I don't like things that absorb magic because that's all I do. Yeah, you want to use some tough? No! Fuck no, I do not want to use some tough!
I'm sorry, not sorry. Well, guys, I hope y'all all had fun tonight.
Yeah, no, man, I really enjoyed
Yeah.
it. It was good.
Totally. Absolutely.
Tonight, I kind of wrote this one different than...
Or not.
I kind of wrote this one a little different than normal Monster of the Weeks. Because this one, I wrote like scenarios where I was like, if they do this, this happens. If they do this, this happens. So for me, it was like one of those old Goosebump things where it's like, if you choose this, go to
Kind of a
page
choose your own
147.
adventure type of situation.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, that's all it seems like really needs for Monster of the Week. I had so much more fun doing this than I did with the last time of listening to Dex. Like, I need to RP for an hour and a half. Like, don't get me wrong, I get why he did it. I'm not trying to
27 minutes.
Yeah, but it felt like.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't trying to stretch it out.
I
Shut
know, man. And
Quite you.
I'm guilty of it as Shaz plenty of times too. So don't think I'm like trying to pick on you. To be honest, that's why I like Monster of the Week, is because it doesn't delve so much into backstory and things like that. Even when it's a flashback, it's still, we're just gonna rapidly move through something, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun in the moment type of stuff. And that's even what tonight was. And I really enjoyed it.
I try my best to ask y'all what y'all are doing as much as possible,
Yeah,
because
and-
I don't want to be I want to be the keeper of the game, to keep y'all in line to following the rules, but not telling the story.
I really, really enjoy Gavin's campaign, but I really like your game with it. I did not like playing two D&D campaigns at the same time. I really enjoy playing this
it gets
because
daunting.
it's not.
He cut out.
It's a different game.
It's okay. He can just keep talking.
Can you guys not hear me? It looks like I'm coming through.
You cut out for a minute.
No, I'm just
But I
saying
heard
it's a
you
different
talking.
game. I love the pacing of the way when we crank through Monster Week. Even with this was, it's so much better to be able to play something like this with the D&D game than play two D&D games. I like this. I like the pace. I like the way the style of the game is.
Yeah.
Even with this flashback thing, I would take this over another D&D campaign any day of the week.
Yeah, I know at some points I give y'all like ultimatums, but there's so many like moves, like rather than y'all just sitting there like, I'm gonna spam heals, I'm gonna spam this, like I feel like that's part of the keeper's job, is to keep the story moving. And so I've been actually thinking about like what would y'all think if y'all had a limit to your magical ability? Would y'all think that would damper the game?
I think if any one of us tried to abuse abilities, like if Gavin tried to really abuse his wings, or me and abuse something like that, if any player tried to abuse an ability that they have, I would say do that. But I don't think anybody here really tries to abuse. Like, I never I'm going to heal him for 1 point, and then I'm going to heal him again for 1 point, and heal him again for 1. If I did that, then yes.
There was a couple times that's come up, because recently I've listened to, like in the past week and a half, I've listened to every episode of Monster of the Week, probably twice. And it's not really with Karen or Val or Angel, whoever came through, but really it's it's like the magic is just so ridiculous. Like I've let y'all get away with so much just stuff because I thought it sounded cool. I was for it, and I was, even though at the time there was one episode where it just seemed like you two never failed a single roll, and it was the most bullshit and mad. You're like, I'm gonna do this, double sixes. Oh, you know what? I want to do this too.
Yeah, but I mean,
double fives.
when we're doing it and we're rolling well, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think I've ever had a point where like somebody's really hurt. Okay, well I'm gonna just heal them with magic 5 times in a row.
I know, like last game, Gavin was trying to heal Val, and he's like, "I'm gonna get in the car and just keep casting magic."
No, what I said was, I'm gonna see how much I can heal them on the way there.
Yeah, and that's why
with the intention of leaving it up to you.
Yeah, that's why I put that 1 point. You can heal her 1 more point because I did say it was a couple hours, so that's why I went with the 1 point thing because I didn't want you to just spam heal because once you take I like to think of it like y'all go to commercial break. So when you're driving for like 30 minutes from one point A to point B, that's a commercial break. You know, like in Buffy or Angel, you know, they go into the bathroom, they splash some water on their face. They got stabbed in the gut, but the water on the face like trickles down to the gut and it heals the gut, you know? That's how, you know, it's all commercial scenes. And that's when y'all get healed. So I kind of figured it'd be a little useless. Yeah, and I kind of knew you weren't going to come again that episode. So.
I try not to abuse the healing people. I abuse do one thing that's beyond human limitations because I have a bonus of that. But like I try not to do the same thing repeatedly, so I can roll like I jumped like 20 feet out to this guy and landed and boom, made this big move.
We rolled more rolls for Act Under Pressure this one game than we did in all of the previous games. I think it was like the first episode somebody had to, or no, Karen has actually rolled both Act Under Pressures throughout this entire game. I don't think anybody else has rolled an Act Under Pressure until she did, until this episode.
Well, I don't know. I roll weird a lot just because my character build is also for a lot of the stuff I do. I roll weird instead of other stuff.
Except for on this one.
And for me, whenever I investigate a mystery, I roll weird. So.
Yeah. But it doesn't really matter whenever Sean goes to roll. Investigate a mystery or read a bad situation. He does a little bit of both.
Yeah, I stack the stats, so for sharp and for weird I get some pretty big bonuses. So that's why because I wanted to be a wizard detective, so that's why I made all my stats that way. So
yeah. All right, guys. Well,
I'll start the recording. And what was it we were calling this one?
Let's do the time warp.
The time warp. You got it.
Or you could call it Hamish. The Hamish.
The time warp it is. You got it. 100%. Stop.